And a good evening, everybody, from the Super Rink, the Schwann Super Rink up here in Blaine. Welcome to the annual MIAC Hockey Showcase. As we're broadcasting live, of course, here on Augie Game Central. Hello, everybody. I'm Tom Wishon, voice of the Auggies. Auggies are, of course, our defending MIAC playoff champions and went on to the NCAAs last year. The Auggies have got up to a great start last year, including winning a pair of games here. Tonight, their opponent will be Gustavus. The Gusties had a tough year last year, going 5-15-5. We are audio and video streaming. My crew, Tom Ritchie, is at camera. And the newest addition to our broadcast family, and he is at Fargo South High School. And you might remember his voice. Introduce yourself, Brian.
How you doing? Brian Pyatt, yes. What an honor to be here hanging out with you, and excited to get the hockey season underway today.
Brian, if that voice is familiar, is the host of the 4 o'clock show on Channel 11, Monday through Friday. He and Pat Evans.
Yes, yeah. So it was a good Friday here. We had some snow. I did the 4 o'clock show, and then I get to come hang out here with you guys and talk a little hockey here tonight. So, honored to be here.
Thank you, Brian. Again, this broadcast is a presentation of Augsburg University in cooperation with my company, TJ Broadcast Services. My website is tjsportsonline.net. And our broadcast here tonight and all season long brought to you in part by Twin City Orthopedics, by Wells Fargo, Minnesota Coaches Incorporated, Devani's Pizza, the Courtyard, Minneapolis Hotel, Wow Incorporated, Corner Bar, Thrivent Financial for Lutherans, Jimmy John's, and also brought to you by Memory Lanes and Flashback Cafe in South Minneapolis. So the Auggies, the first of two here this weekend, will have tomorrow off. We'll play Cody Moorhead, the Cowboys on Sunday afternoon in a 2:30 start time. We're headering,
Whatever it's called, right?
We're throwing two at you today as underway at Saugestad Rink. The MIAC women's hockey, the Augsburg women's hockey team is opening up their season, taking on the Saints of St. Scholastica. And again, this is our Augie pregame show. Twin City Orthopedics proud to be the official sports medicine provider for Augsburg Athletics. TCO is an all-inclusive orthopedic sports medicine and wellness provider offering world-class services and state-of-the-art facilities. Visit them at tcomn.com. And we had a chance to sit down with Chris Brown. This show was supposed to air on our football broadcast last week. We had all kinds of technical problems up there in the River Valley. Is that common up there, Brian?
I hope not. Hopefully you're welcomed a little bit better the next time you go there.
All right. Anyway, we had a chance to talk with Bronny, and let's listen in. University, and with the hockey season getting underway here in less than a week, chance to visit with head coach Chris Brown. And Brownie, first question, how long did it take you and the rest of the Augie family to get over the disappointment of the close of the season last year?
Well, you have to probably ask me in another year. That's kind of how I feel. I think the next day you kind of reflect on. It was a great game, fun to be a part of. I think for me, in the locker room after the game, I was just probably the most not disappointed, but just I don't know. I was just shocked, because I thought we played so well, and you're so close, but then in the locker room, after the kids. The guys were just really proud of their effort and their season and their accomplishments and really doing it 2 years in a row, I think, a lot of those guys. So I think that kind of softened the blow, just to see that they had pride and where they had kind of gotten the program to, and now we got something to build on at the start of this year.
All right, let's talk a little bit about off-season. Golf tournament go well?
Yeah, it was great. It's always the weather, and we've been lucky. I think in 20 years, this was the 20th annual Ed Saugestad tournament we had in June, and so I think this was my 12th year involved with it. I think we've only had rain one time, and that was right at the end of the golf. We've always had beautiful weather, great turnout. I think we had 55 or a little more than that, somewhere in that vicinity of actual hockey alumni that played, and then lots of current players and some parents, and then friends of alumni, and it was just it was a great day. A lot of generosity. I sent out a newsletter last week talking about there was the skins game, and there was one skin won, and I think it was $400, and it was won by a group of guys from the 81, 82 national championship group that comes every year. There was 8 of them, and they turned right around and sponsored 2 lockers for this year and donated it right back to the program. And the guy who won the 50-50 closest to the pin donated it right back and sponsored a locker. So, you know, it was a great event from that standpoint because everyone knows it's all about the history of the program and the current program as well and supporting it, and they do a great job.
Well, the rest of the summer, I'm sure, getting things ready for the new season. A lot of new faces coming in with 9 new young men coming into the program. So I'm sure the rest of the summer pretty busy as well.
Yeah, you know, recruiting's an ongoing process. You know, we got some early commitments, we got some late commitments, and the guys that were returning were working hard. They were motivated, and we've had a great first week of practice here. A lot of competition, a lot of guys really, you know, hungry, I guess is probably the best word to use. They're hungry to get going. We've had more big hits in practice this year than I can recall, so I think they're ready to go and play somebody else.
All right, this is a seasoned team. We've got 10 seniors to lead this club, and a very experienced group.
Yeah, I think 10 seniors and I think 7 juniors, I want to say, including a couple. You know, we had 3 transfers this year that are juniors, one from St. Norbert, one from Mankato State, and one from RPI. So those are experienced players. I mean, that's over 2/3 of your roster that are guys that have played a lot of hockey. And certainly the guys that have been in our program have been in situations where they've learned how to win championships, you know, win in the playoffs in those one-game situations, which is not easy. And there's a reason only 2 teams have won back-to-back playoff titles in the last 20 years. And us fortunate to be one of those teams the last 2 years. So, you know, it's not easy to win, and they're going to have those experiences to, you know, look back on as we go through the ups and downs of this season.
Right, one of our bigger rosters, but as I mentioned, 10 seniors are gone after this year. Let's start back in the nets, and of course Jordan's gone, but Schmitty is back, and we got a couple of new young men, big guys, kind of play between the pipes.
Yeah, so Schmitty's back. He'll be a junior. A lot of experience last year, and Jordan and him really pushed each other. So we're going to be missing that from the standpoint of having, you know, 2 experienced goalies. We've got just the 1 experienced goalie and 2 new guys, like you said. So Daniil's a kid who played juniors over here for the last, I think, 3 years. He's from Russia, so it's our first Russian recruit, and he's excited to be here. And then John Elbers is a local kid who has been playing juniors, and like you said, they're both big kids. They're out there working with our goalie coach right now, and we got a new goalie coach. So that's probably something we should talk about as well. We got a new coaching staff this year, and BJ O'Brien came to us, and he's doing a great job with those guys and took over for Andrew, who went to the Gopher men's team, and BJ was a goalie on St. Norbert when they won their first national championship, so he's got a lot of credibility.
All right, we're going to cut it off right there. I had a lot of things to talk about, and we'll try to run that interview again a little bit later on as both teams are coming back on the ice. So Mr. Sweeney will have the introductions of these teams. This broadcast here on Auggie Game Central is brought to you in part by...
It is brought to you by Wells Fargo, proud supporter of the Auggies and dedicated to helping people build better every day. Call, click, or stop by to start a conversation with us today. Wells Fargo, building better every day. Also, Minnesota Coaches is the official bus provider for Augsburg Athletics. If you have travel needs for your group or special event, visit www.minnesotacoaches.com to learn more or to request a quote. Big thank you to Minnesota Coaches.
In goal, a junior from St. Peter, Minnesota, number 1, Chris Amstead. At defense, a senior from Duluth, Minnesota, number 11, Jake Boucher. His partner, a freshman from Grafton, Wisconsin, number 2, Mason Eder. At forward, a freshman from Savage, Minnesota, number 13, Tyler Rock. At the other forward, a senior from Bloomington, Minnesota, number 18, Colin Herman. And centering, a junior from Brentwood, Tennessee, number 24, Van Sullivan. The Gusties are coached by Rory Devon and his 18th season head coach Brett Peterson. And now the starters for the Auggies. In goal, a junior from Fargo, North Dakota, number 1, Nick Schmidt. At defense, a senior from Eagan, Minnesota, number 14, Eli May. His partner, a senior from Stockholm, Sweden, number 23, Max Hernum. At forward, a senior from Rochester, Minnesota, number 8, Drew Anderson. At the other forward, a senior from Hastings, Minnesota, number 12, Nate Flynn. And centering, a junior from St. Paul, Minnesota, number 11, Luke Deach. The Auggies are coached by Mario Miloi, Joe Dibble, BJ O'Brien, and his 11th season head coach, Chris Brown. Officials for tonight's game is assigned by the MIAC are linesmen Ben Yanis, Tyler Harrison, referees Joel Oberg and Tony Lenta. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you all to please rise, if you are able, remove your caps, and face the flag for the playing of our national anthem. We are having technical difficulties. I apologize for that.
Are you at singing a cappella?
They might need me, it sounds
Let's
like.
move on and play MHockey.
All right, thank you, Mr. Sweeney. And you had a chance to talk to Petey. Brett Peterson, a good, long-time friend of mine when he was coach at St. Cloud State. And what was his take on this new season that featured, again, last year just 5 wins?
Yeah, I think he knows that there's a lot to improve on here in the new season. I think he felt like his team really defensively and when it comes to goaltending, a pretty solid crew. They don't give up a lot of goals. I think he knows that. But the big question for them coming into the new season is trying to score more goals, get more offense going. And I know that's certainly something that he's going to be looking for here tonight, them to get off to a nice start offensively. And he also said he plans to play the guys quite a bit. He wants to see almost all of his players this weekend between their games here at the Showcase see some sort of ice time. So I think he's just looking forward to getting going.
And you had a chance, too, to visit with Browning, Chris Brown, our head coach, and what was his comments?
You know, the biggest thing he seemed to say was that excited about the new season, also a little nerve-wracking because they just started practicing last Monday. So this team hasn't really gotten to maybe work on all the things that they want to in practice and dive into the power play, things like that. So I think he's interested to see how they're going to gel, how they're going to come together here on the ice tonight. And, we heard him in the pregame interview, a lot of disappointment coming off of last season, of course, with that loss. And I think for them, they're ready to right the ship here tonight and get a new season going.
And, too, added to that, whole new coaching staff as well. So it's a learning curve. Here we go. The Auggie defending the goal to our right. And Schmitty back there. Chris Amson defending the goal to our left. Gustavus wins that draw. As headed back into a zone for Jake Boucher. Adder, long headman pass into the zone. And just one of the goals, Schmitty steers it off into that far corner. Picked up by Pearl. Big backs up along the left wing for Drew Anderson. Anderson to center. He goes head man and tipped into the offensive zone. As Boucher is first man back. Tips it to the line and out to center ice. This puck back into the Auggie zone. There's Eli May, one of our senior defensemen. Eli back behind his zone. And he does the 180. Gets away for the first forechecker. Goes far corner. And sent away to center ice. And doesn't hit anybody. And that'll be an icing call against the Auggies as we're 37 seconds in.
Saw a little bit of physical play there early on from Gustavus. A nice hit here on the near boards. And this is going to be kind of a feel-out process, obviously, for both these teams feeling each other out, but also just trying to kind of get their legs under them here with the new season underway.
And the new line now for Gustavus, Colton Schmidt out of Eden Prairie. Caleb Anderson from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And Logan Haskins is from Rochester. Doesn't say which school, but maybe Rochester Lures. The Auggies coming from right to left. Max Brown leads the rush. The big defenseman. He fires. Block. Rebound. Save again. And it's cleared off the glass and out to the point. It's held in by the Auggies and Jason Critch. Our soft rod at Champlin Park and John O'Connor oversee out of Moorhead. As they puck back inside the Auggie zone. Shot a goal. And Nick Schmidt makes his first save. As Max Brown is taken down. Puck comes to the point. And it's a play down low in the slot and then cleared out to center ice. for the Auggies. Second line, Evan Hesse out of Monticello. Andy Faust out of Hill Murray. And Eric Brink out of Moorhead, another former Spud. As Gustavus regroups back in their own zone, they go right wing near side. And on the carry, out of the zone, the defenseman Will Lenny from Medina, Minnesota. Not sure what high school that would qualify. And Jared Brumberg out of Rochester. As they puck against the near side boards and out to center ice. Tipped down the wall by Eric Brink. Oh, looks like he didn't get a stick on it. And they rule icing again against the Auggies as we're just underway. Other games going on tonight in the showcase. St. John's and Bethel to get underway at 6:30. The 7 o'clock start, St. Olaf and Hamlin.
Nice early scoring opportunity there for Max Purnham right in front of the net. Had a couple opportunities there, just couldn't quite find the back of the net. Yeah, and a nice rebound there sitting for him.
And off the face-off to the left of Nick Schmidt and played up along the far side board. Schmidt, by the way, had a 2.11 goals against average, save percentage of 92.9. Not too shabby. 10-2-2 his record last year. Playing that far corner, Gustavus holding the offensive zone, held in by Reed Brown. He's out of Superior, Colorado. Keegan Couture from Pequot Lakes. Guessing he played at Brainerd. And Jake McCann out of Shoreview. Probably a former Mountain View Mustang. And the Auggies finally on the break yet. They go left wing far side, break into the zone. Eric Arada's man walks the goal line, puts it out front. Cruising down that slot. Tip attempt was just won by Andy Faust. And the puck back out to center ice. Gustavus. And Nick Sheik brings it into the offensive zone. Nick Sheik out of Woodbury. Russell Barone out of Mohina, Illinois. Hockey hotbed, I'm sure. And J.P. Eakin out of Waseca, Blue Jays. Not exactly a hockey hotbed either. That's baseball. Waseca scramble in front of the Auggie net. Puck loose into the near corner. Gustavus controlling play right now. They put it through the low slot. And nobody home at the point. All the offensive zone a race for the puck. Got it good first is Mason Eder to play it out to center ice. Augsburg regroups and back in their own zone. Headman pass. Tipped into the Gustavus zone. Jake Boucher back behind his own net. Goes left wing. And a headman pass too far for Barone. And the puck back down inside the Auggie zone. Puck against the near side boards and loose back behind the Auggie net. Two-man tight. Tying his man up is Eli Bay. Puck in that far corner. Picked up by Chandler Madry. These are the new guys. Jake Larson from St. Michael Albertville plays at St. Norbert's for his first 2 years. I broadcast some of his games when he was in high school at STMA. Chandler Madry from Bakersfield, California, and a transfer from MSU Mankato. And Alex Rodriguez, a junior from Miami, Florida, and he played his first couple of years at RPI. Where do you say the RPI is?
It's in New York. What do we say, Troy?
Troy, New York.
Yeah.
There you go. Alex Rodriguez, and I know Brown is really high on this young man. Play inside the Augsburg zone, and back behind the net, another newcomer, Matt Nels for the Auggies. Freshman out of Boulder, Colorado. Auggies coming right to left, and there's a shot on goal, and Amsterdam with the save. Off the near side board, there's Jake getting his first shot on goal as at Auggie. Jake Larson played for St. Norbert's the last couple of years, but Kai decided to come home for his last two.
Yeah, you talk about some of these new names into the roster now for Augsburg, adding to already a really solid list of players on this roster. So a lot of veteran guys back, a lot of experience back on this Augsburg squad.
Well, talking about newcomers, Austin Martinson out of Farmington, the Tigers. Gunnar Goodmanson from Buffalo, Minnesota, the Bison. And Lucas Gillette, the junior out of Rosemont. And that's the line on the ice now for the Auggies. Gillette holds the offensive zone. Puck back behind the Gusty net. And there is Will Lenny, and he's taken out of the play. Loose up along the near side boards. Eli cannot hold the offensive zone. May plays it up the wall at the Gustavus blue line. Bromberg back in his zone. His partner, Will Lenny. Drop pass back to Bromberg. Still in his own zone. Goes right wing near side. Tipped in the offensive zone by Logan Haskins. Take it away. Back into the zone. Into the slot. Near side is Lucas Gillette. Gillette spun around on the check. Takes it away. Walks out front. Lucas with a shot. Save. Rebound. That comes loose. As Amstad is crashed into by one of his own players. The Auggies had their second good opportunity of that. Gillette.
Yeah, they've
hit the wall twice.
Yeah, had a few opportunities here, really just banging right on the doorstep. And that time, 3 players from Augsburg kind of circling the crease, had opportunities there to kind of wait for a rebound to pop out. But Amsden doing a nice job there, kind of laying out and keeping that thing out of the net.
Dage Flynn and Anderson out for the Auggies. Schmidt, Anderson, and Haskins for the Gustavus Gusties. And Critch fans on a shot from the point. And loose puck at center ice, taken away 2-on-1. If they hurry, Gustavus with numbers. Back inside the Augsburg zone against the near side boards. And please whistle down. Do we have our first penalty? Yes, we do. We've got a tripping call. Tripping call to be handed down at the 4:32 mark. Clock is tough to read. 4:32 mark. And looks like going off for Gustavus is...
Looks like number 15, I believe, is going into the box there.
Logan Haskins, freshman out of Rochester, Minnesota. So the Auggies have the power play. And it'll be Flynn, Deach, and Anderson. And playing the points, Peru. And the far point will be played by Eric Brink, our leading scorer from last year with 16 goals. Nate, of course, had 15 goals. Face off to the right of Chris Amsden. And Chris is having a conversation with the referee. Thought he was checked into his own net by one of the Auggies, but I saw nothing but black and gold down there in the crease.
Had to at least remind the referee of that, right? At least say something to him.
By the way, it's Augustad Rink, first period over. Augsburg defeating leading St. Scholastica 2-1, outshooting the Saints 13-4 in that first period. And the discussion's still going on.
Oh, so it looks like they're just trying to get that penalty up there on the scoreboard, trying to get that figured out here. Yeah, I will mention, talking to Coach Peterson with Gustavus, he was saying he really wanted his team to stay out of the penalty box, felt like that would be really a key to getting a win here today. They want to obviously not be finding themselves a man down early, though. Their penalty kill here is going to be tested.
There we go. There's the penalty up on the board. Couldn't find the national anthem, but they found the penalty flag.
There you go.
Face up again in the Gustavus zone. And the draw won by Deach. Nate Flynn plays it up top to the point. Perham goes rink line for Eric Brink. Back in the high slot. Max to the near side wing for Nate Flynn. Flynn backs up, goes down low. And there's Luke Deach. Deach up the boards for Nate Flynn. Goes up top. They play the 1-3-1. Down in that far corner, Eric Brink back behind the net for Deach. Gets the pick. Walks it out of the corner. Luke Deach goes up the wall to the point for Brink. Back to Luke. Behind the net, near side for Anderson. Drew out of the near corner. Top of the circle to Perham at the point. On the near side boards, Nate Flynn. Max, one-timer, glove save by Amsden. He'll hold on to get also. And a stoppage of play. Good puck movement by the Auggies. Not a lot of shots on goal on that first attempt in the power play.
Yeah, it really felt like kind of the interior section of that penalty kill for Gustavus doing a nice job kind of letting them move that puck around but not letting anything get right in front of Amsden. Shot there from the point and a glove save on net.
Van Sullivan had taken the draw for Gustavus, but the Auggies win the draw. Hold the offensive zone on the power play. Anderson up the near side boards for Nate Flynn. Goes up top to the point. There's Big Max again. Fires. Deflected just wide. Raymond off the stick of Brink. Deach back behind that. Deach, of course, out of CDH. Goes up top. Nate Flynn, top of the circle. High slot for Max. Goes far wing. Brink turns, fires. Bad angle shot. It goes up high over the net. And all the way out to center ice. Auggies have to get outside. They do. Tipped into the zone by Anderson. Cleared the line, but not out. Held in by Eric Brink. Anderson has it. Hop his stick. Loose in the high slot. Brink to hold the offensive zone just barely. And out cut free to center ice. And driven by Jake McCann all the way back down inside the Augsburg zone. As we have 37 seconds to go in the power play. 14 minutes to go in a scoreless first period. Audio and video streaming here in Auggie Game Central. Up the left wing. Walking into the offensive zone. Coming down that wing. There's a shot. And it's just wide, taken by Will Peterson. Peterson out there on the second power play unit. And off in the far corner for the Auggies is Chandler Modric. Modric on the near side board. Some new number. There's Alex Rodriguez. Down in the corner for Modric. Chandler puts it back out front for Rodriguez. Drop pass. And coming in closely is Jake Larson. Larson up the wall. They go up top, high slot. There's a blast. And it's kicked out of there. On a shot taken by Osage. John O'Connor. Weak side pass. And a shot just off the stick of Amsden on a shot taken by Will Peterson. Peterson holds the zone. And there's a shot that is blocked and out to center ice. Jake Larson has to go back. Plays it away from the first forechecker. As we're back at full strength. 5-on-5. Auggies with the puck. And out of the corner is Madre. Out front shot. Scored! Right out front. One-timer Alex Rodriguez. And Alex has his first goal as an Auggie. They transfer from RPI, and it is 1-0 Auggies. Time to go will be 6:58, and Augsburg is on the board.
Well,
nice centering pass.
Yeah, what a great pass there. That was Chandler Madry there from the corner. Nice vision, and how about that for getting welcome to the team? Nice way to start off here with your new team, the transfer, and he gets the first goal of the season for Augsburg. Yeah, connecting there.
And off the face-off now, 1-0 in favor of the Auggies. We'll get the scoring and just a bit the official scoring at the puck inside the Augsburg zone. Off to a right, cleared off the boards and out to center ice. Turned back by the Gusties, back into the zone. And getting to the puck first, out of the corners, Nick Sheik. Back behind the Auggie net, looking for J.P. Eakin. Eakin is tied to the wall by Max.
The first period, number 4, Alex Rodriguez. With assist number 15, Chandler Madrid. And number 22, John O'Connor.
And so see, got an assist the goal as well, John O'Connor, our sophomore defenseman, 1-0. And offside, Augsburg at the Gustavus blue line. And the face-off just outside. Gustavus' zone right down below us. And the line of Martinson, Goodmanson, and Gillette. And one by O.C. O'Connor sends it into the offensive zone. First man back is Bromberg. Bromberg to the line. And coming up that far left wing. The walk into the offensive zone is Colton Schmidt. Plays it back behind the net along the left wing boards. Down low off into the corner. As they cycle out of the corner, there's Logan Haskins. Haskins to the other man out of that triangle. And again, drop pass. They cycle it off of that far corner inside the Augsburg zone. Good puck movement. And a shot just wide of the goal and off against the near side boards inside the Augsburg zone. 3-4 man tap down high on the near side wall. We're at the Super Rink here tonight. The MIAC Showcase. We've been here for about 4 years. We used to have the tournament at Fogarty Arena a number of years ago. Augsburg fighting, trying to clear the zone. They go take the tape D. Head man pass off the stick of Goodmanson into the Gustavus zone. Loose puck picked up by Bromberg. Jared plays it out to center ice. And turned back by the Auggies. First man back in the corner is Matt Nels. Nels, a freshman defenseman, again out of Boulder, Colorado. Paired with Petey, Will Peterson. Peterson plays it a little bit too far, and that could be an icing at his. Try to breakout pass for Lucas Gillette on that far right wing. And the timer was not there, and you don't expect maybe tape-to-tape timing here in the first game.
No,
of the season.
absolutely. And I think that's, in talking to Coach Brown before the game, he knew that there's going to be a lot of question marks just as far as getting chemistry, getting that rhythm down with the new season. That was kind of top of mind for him. How's his team going to respond here tonight? So some of that is certainly to be expected, but nice to be up 1-0.
And again, the face-off back behind the Auggie net. 4-man tap, couple bodies go down. And it's found to Lewis and played up along the near side boards. Augsburg coming right to left on the breakout. Into the offensive zone. Martinson plays it down low off into the corner. Austin Martinson out of Farmington, Minnesota. Up along the near side boards. And coming back, here comes Colin Hernan out of Bloomington, Minnesota. I'm guessing he played for Jefferson. Back out to center ice. Turned back by the Auggies. They play it to an open wing. Picked off into the offensive zone. Alex Saline, and I think he cut one of his teammates offside at the Augsburg blue line. 10:40 to go. First period again. It is 1-0. Second period. And it's August Chadwick. Augsburg 2 at St. Scholastica 1. Josh Powers on the call of that. Josh will be up in the press box tomorrow, along with Charlie Benny, when the Auggies take on Hamlin in football. The battle for the hammer. Pipers in the Auggies. Puck inside the Gustavus zone. Hampton plays it up in the corner. Intercepted. Out front for Anderson, trying to get it from skate to stick. And it's poke checked away, but there's Nate Flynn to hold on. Down low in the corner for Anderson at the half wall. And a center pass, block, rebound, side of the goal. Hampton covers up on that far side pipe and held it out. Burrow back into his own zone, at his own blue line. Max goes head man. Flynn into the zone. Here comes Luke D. Top of the circle. Fire. Deflected wide. Anderson in that far corner. Take it hard to the wall there by Regan Brown. And the Gusties coming back 4-on-3. Head man pass into the zone. Down the wing. There's a shot saved by Schmitty. And a shot taken there by Keegan Couture. Out of Pequot Lakes, the Pirates.
And that certainly was not an easy shot there to save. It was a nice move there by the Gustie coming in there to the offensive zone. Did a nice job, kind of a toe grab or kind of drug the puck there. And that was kind of a screen through a defenseman, but nice job holding his ground and came up with the save there. We'll have the face off to his left.
Colin Smith on the draw for Gustavus, but won by the Auggies. As Critch off to that far corner, Jason goes far right wing and tipped out to center ice. Could be interference in center. They didn't call it. Into the offensive zone, carried down the wall is Bromberg. Out of the near corner and played around the far side board. There is Jared Bromberg again. Bromberg, the defenseman, got spun around, lost the possession, and played up the left wing. Here come the Auggies, 3-on-3, coming back into the zone, down the wing, and just missing Rodriguez. And the blue line of Larson and Rodriguez missing there. Out of the corner as they go up top to the point. O'Connor with a shot, and it's deflected just wide out front by Jake Larson. Rodriguez goes down low, off in the corner. Puck in that far face-off circle. Picked out by the Gusties. They split the defense and drive it down ice. Jason Critch back in with zone up the left wing boards. Gustavus regrouping back in their own zone. Dick Sheik gets it out to center. And at the Augie blue line, carried into the offensive zone. Played down low. Gusties double team down low and a good two-man forecheck. Finally, the Augies catch up. Puck in that far corner. And in that far face-off circle, Gustavus holding it in. There's Nick Sheik. Sheik taken out of the play, lost possession. Auggies on the transition, coming right to left. Lead pass, defense into the offensive zone. Drop pass to the line. There's Eric Brink. Brink around one man, turns and fires, deflected up into the screen, and that one is up and out of play. Say for updates and info on all Augsburg University sports, check out our athletic website at athletics.augsburg.edu. Updated constantly with all the information on 21 of our Augie varsity sports. It's your online home for Augie athletics. If it's happening in Augie sports, it's online at athletics.augsburg.edu. You know what you share a company here tonight. Brian Pike is sitting in the color chair, and Tom Richards on camera. Augsburg controlling the offensive zone. Doug Frey by the Gusties up the right wing board, played the line, and out to center ice, turned back by the Auggies. Brink gives it to the defense. They fired in on Golamson with a stick safe, and cleared away by Casey Rock, but not out. Taken away out front, but nobody home for Black, except the black and gold side of the goal. And the Auggies had a chance there. There's Alex Helene. Young man out of Hobart, Sweden. Back out at center ice, near side boards. Red line, blue line. And now come free to center ice. Backboard Evan Hesse. Hesse on that far wing. Driven into the zone by O'Connor, or back correction, Matt Nels. OC is 22. Matt Nels is number 2. Headman pass, long late pass into the Augsburg zone, and I think that'll be an offside called against Gustavus at the Augie blue line.
It's been a good first period here offensively for Augsburg, and you can see them. Have been a lot of opportunities that certainly could have connected to get more shots on goal, but right now we're 8-2 in favor of Augsburg when it comes to shots on goal. So offensively, a nice start here for the Auggies.
Where do you see the shots on goal?
Looking down here at the
Kelsey's
screen.
Got it. Thank you, Kelsey.
Kelsey's got us to our left here.
As off the face-up back behind that, drop pass off into the corner for Gunnar Goodmanson. Played off against the near side boards, and Gustavus clears the line and out the center ice. And Fanning got a dump-in pass, and no offside. Driven in by Jake McCann. Gustavus in a line change. Augie's trying to take advantage of it. Left wing into the offensive zone. Austin Martinson plays it down low, back behind that for Will Leneve. Leneve, freshman defenseman, not a bad idea. Blue line, red line, big defenseman, goes right wing near side. Top of the near face-off circle. There's a bad angle shot saved by Nick Schmidt. Loose puck, side of the goal. And cleared away by the Auggies. Eli May off the boards and out to center ice. That should not be icing. It is not. Hampton out to play the puck to an open right wing. Nobody there for Gustavus. And the puck at center ice. Coming back 2-on-2. Into the zone. Drop pass Gillette for Anderson. A shot. Nate Flynn trying to bat it in waist high. Just missed. Yeah, I think
that was close.
He had a half of it to shoot at. Out of the corner is Nate Flynn. Goes up top to the point. O'Connor with a shot. Drew Anderson right on the doorstep trying to tip it in. First puck against the near side boards inside the Gustavus zone. 1-0 Auggies with 6 and change remaining in this first period. And the puck in the slot. There's Deach with a shot. And it's wide. Flynn out of the corner. The captain goes up top. Critch with a shot. That's blocked. Deflected to the far side boards. O'Connor down along the wall. Deach in the corner. Tripped up. No call. Bouncing puck high in the air. Cleared the line. Not out. Held in again by O'Connor. Puck against the far side boards. Fonty. Picked up by Gustavus, sent out of the zone, and all the way down the ice. And that was Tyler Rock. I believe we have an icing called against Gustavus.
You know, we're seeing from the Gusties here a lot of guys laying out, kind of sacrificing their body, trying to get in front of some of these shots. That was a nice job there. Number 18, Colin Hernan, doing a good job eliminating that shot on net. But this is a feisty group with Gustavus. Defensively, we knew that they'd be tough coming in. Their head coach knows that's one of the strengths of the team, and we're seeing some of that here early.
Larson, Madre, and Rodriguez out there. And on the points are Peterson and Nels. Puck inside the near corner after a slow start. Augsburg is taking control of this hockey game, especially in the offensive zone. Gustavus into the zone. They're in a line change, 1-on-5. And holding onto the puck, doing a good job to hold the offensive zone is Logan Haskins. Haskins back behind that, tries a wrap around. Schmidt with a save, rebound, and squirt sprayed. Nick Schmidt could not hold on to it. Picked up by the Auggies as back they come on the breakout. They play it to the near left wing. Into the zone for Larson. Larson, the drop pass back to Jake, never got there. Take it away, back Casey Rock. Rock goes left wing, inside the Augsburg zone. Drop pass to the line. Caleb Anderson with a shot. Schmidt with a save and the rebound. Taken away momentarily. Now stolen away by Colin Schmidt and the Gusties. They walk the goal line, and it's turned back by the August off the boards. That caught themselves a line, but back to the zone. Eric Brink, 1-on-2, stood up on the double team and lost it. Casey Rock will flip it out to center ice. Bouncing puck inside the Auggie zone, and it deflected on goal off the skate there of Nick Sheep. And Nick Schmidt makes the save and holds on. Check on the clock, 4:41 to go in a 1-0 first period. Augies with an even strength goal at 6:58. Alex Rodriguez, of course, his first of the year. Chandler Madre, his first assist as an Augie, and John O'Connor got the second assist. OC had 4 assists last year as a freshman defenseman for the Augies. Faulty face-off, we'll do it again.
Take 2.
Again, 2 other games already in progress. We'll get the scores from Kelsey here between periods. By the way, between periods, I've got a couple of interviews. Talk with Mario Malali, one of our assistant coaches coming back home. And we'll talk with the captain, Nate Flynn. Our 2 guests here between the first and second period. Between the second and third period, we're going to run an interview with Michelle McAteer. Augie doing well. They're leading Scholastica 2-1 late second period at Saugus Rink. Puck against the near side boards. Augie zone. There under the forward check. J.P. Ike to hold the offensive zone momentarily. And now the Augies on the breakout. Eli May goes right wing. Perham into the zone as Max gets double teamed. As Evan Hessig plays up the wall for Eric Brink. Brink is back to the wall and managed to hold on the puck. Good puck possession. And then he went from his back into the forehand, lost possession. Eli May plays up the boards inside the Gustavus zone. Moves to neutralize Perham. Off the far side boards, intercepted by Gustavus. Evan Hesse back checking. Takes it away into the zone for Eric Brink. Brink turns and fires it down low through the skates of Evan Hesse. Evan back behind the zone net. Off the near side boards, held in by Critch. Plays it around back behind the Gustavus net. Brink goes up top to the point for O'Connor. OC with a shot, hit traffic in front of the net. And back come the Gusties. Mason Etter hits the Augie blue line. He fires, deflected wide by Critch. And we have a whistle. And what is the call there? If it was offside, it was an awful late whistle.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was an icing call.
No, because they walked it into the zone. Well, whatever it is, we've got to face him outside the Augsburg.
We'll take it.
Blue line, 1-0 Augies. The puck is sent into the Gustavus zone. Hampton leads up there. First man in on the forward check is Goodmanson. There's Gunner, tries to put it up front, and he walks it up the slot behind O'Connor, and OC has to go back into his own zone. O'Connor behind the net, the Augie net. Checking traffic. Pass a forecheck by the Gusties. Breakout pass. And off the skate of Austin Martinson. And as again, loose back inside the Augie zone. O'Connor pulls away from the first forechecker. Here comes OC on the move. Through a double team. Into the zone. And then lost it. But carried on by Goodmanson. And they're going to call an offside against the Augies. Follow Augie Athletics on social media. Go to Augsburg Augies on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook for all of your Augie social media. Remember to use the hashtag Augie Pride to share your love of Augie Athletics.
And that was close there. John O'Connor there trying to move it into the offensive zone. Really nice stick handling. Nearly had an opportunity there to get into the offensive zone, but the whistle, and now a little feistiness here at the face-off.
Yeah, a little fencing going on between Van Sullivan and Luke Deitch. And they better call that offsetting. Yes, they do.
Yeah, they're gonna.
Deitch will go off. Van Sullivan will go off. And did a little fencing. I forget
early.
what the French term is for fencing, but
We'll have to do some research on that in the
Yeah.
intermission. This is an opportunity for these guys to get back on the ice, face another opponent other than just their teammates, and some of that passion, some of that feistiness going to come out here early on in the season.
so 4-on-4. Nate Flynn into the zone, down the left wing. Flynn shot, bad angle shot wide from the far side boards, held in by Matt Nels. Puck out of that far corner.
Into the Auggie.
Here comes Drew Anderson. Drop pass, shot, pad save Amden. On a blast from a point taken by Will Peterson. 2-on-2, back the other way. Here comes Gustavus, Colin Herman. Herman puts it back behind the Auggie net, comes up along the far side boards again, 4-on-4. Colin Herman out of Bloomington. And puts it up front. Nick Schmidt slides across the blue, stacks the pads, kneels on top of it, gets a whistle. And a staff pitcher play.
Well, Devani's Pizza and Hot Hoagies is Augsburg Athletics' first choice for a great meal. Devani is located right across the street and offers the amazing Auggie-matic discount. Get 10% off any order. Just tell them you want the Auggie-matic discount at Devani's.
Right across the street from the arena. Love their lasagna and their cheesy bread.
Sounds delicious to me.
Face off. Augsburg 4-on-4 into the zone. Peru trying to feather it out front against that back wall inside the Gustavus zone. Picked up by Caleb Anderson. Anderson for the black and gold to center ice for Eder. Mason Eder has to circle back. Lays it for his partner, Jake Boucher. Into the Augie zone. Down the left wing to his backhand. Drop pass out front shot.
Ooh.
And somehow, I don't know if Schmidt got a piece of it, but it came awfully close. That was probably the best opportunity Gustavus has had so far tonight. 1-0 Auggies. Back the other way. Into the zone. Down the slot. And carried in down low by our Alex Rodriguez, who has the Augie goal. Gustavus to break out. Eder out to center ice. Drop pass. Rodriguez to break up that rush. Bouncing puck inside the Augie zone to the blue line. Held in on the near right wing shot. Nick Schmidt with a save. Sliding across that crease. Colin Schmidt was right there. The young man from the EP Nation, Eden Prairie. And good save by Nick Schmidt.
Yeah, that is Nick
What does
Schmidt.
Kelsey have on saves now?
So I think it was the fifth save of the game now for Schmidt there with that shot. He's done a nice job. You saw him coming out there challenging the shot and hasn't let one past him here in the first period.
Augsburg wins the faceoff. O'Connor in his own zone. Near faceoff circled. As the final minute of the period. Puck out at center ice. And finally the breakout. O'Connor leads the rush into the zone. Fires into the midsection of Chris Hamsden. He holds on. And then after the whistle, O'Connor gets triple teamed in front of the net. But Gustavus, to their credit, they're just trying to protect their goaltender.
Trying to keep him out of there. That strong defensive unit for Gustavus. You know, I gotta tell you, we look over to our right here and we see just a ton of fans in the crowd, in the stands here at the arena. It's good to see. I think it's exciting for everybody just to have hockey back in swing.
And puck out at center ice, turned back by O'Connor, bouncing puck. As Osei on the carry into the zone, back checking the Gusties, break up the rush. And it is back into his own zone with Bromberg. Jared Bromberg goes left wing far side, broken up by the August, put it into the slot. And there is Andy Faust. Gustavus to take it away. Bad angle shot, far side, about down high. And again, covering his angle, coming up on that far pipe is Nick Schmidt to make the save to hold on. Again, it was 23 seconds ago in this first period. Oh, St. Scholastic come back with 2 unanswered goals in the second period, now leading Augsburg 3-2.
Yeah, we'll have to keep a close eye on that one. That one's been a lot of scoring here.
Yeah, 3 goals like in the first 5 minutes of the hockey game. And now the Saints have scored 2 on Boomer. Rebecca Sadek, a goaltender. Face off to the right of Nick Schmidt. Auggies win that face-up back behind their own net. Played off the near side boards and up the center for break. 3-on-2 into the slot. Shot. Blocked. Again, a rebound. Pass from the point. There's a blast by Perham, and that's wide. From the far point, it's held in by Peterson. Peterson with a shot. Stick save Amsden. And then it trickles off his stick. A wraparound. Comes up top for Max. Tries to hold his own. Buzzer sounds. And we played 20 minutes of this, the third of 3 here at the Super Rink. Augsburg game day here on Auggie Game Central Audio and Video Streaming. Right.
Good for both teams to get one period under their belts here. I think moral of the story from that period, the highlight, Alex Rodriguez. What a big period for him. I think just mentally, the transfer from RPI, coming into a new program, new teammates, new coaches, wants to make an impact, and he comes in and gets the early goal. So I think mentally that's got to be a nice thing. Lets him kind of settle in now for the rest of the hockey game. But feels good to have hockey going, doesn't it?
You bet. Yeah, I haven't done a hockey game since that St. Norbert's
that
fiasco.
game. And that was an emotional one.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
4-3 in double overtime. We just failed to get to the Final Four. But it was Alex Rodriguez from another newcomer, Chandler Madre. And John O'Connor got the second assist. And we'll get the scenes from Kelsey here in just a bit. Kelsey Whaley is on stats tonight. She's the SID at St. Catherine University. And I'll be with her tomorrow afternoon, as I'll be broadcasting St. Kate's and St. Thomas volleyball. And the link to that broadcast is tjsportsonline.net. St. Kate's is another of my clients, TJ Broadcast Services. This broadcast, courtesy of the Courtyard Minneapolis Hotel. They impressed with state-of-the-art guest rooms, private meeting spaces, and mouth-watering fare and the bistro. Conveniently located, featuring a complimentary shuttle to bring you right to all the Auggie sports action. Visit them at courtyard.com/MSPDC at the Courtyard Minneapolis Hotel. It's a new stay. And owned and operated by an Augsburg alumni, 360 Wow Incorporated is the parent company to several up-and-coming brands of the Twin Cities. 1-800-GOT-JUNKIE Movie and Shack Shot. If you're looking for a great job and a great team with great pay, that is near campus. Learn more or apply online by visiting 360wowincorporated.com. Ryan, what do you have for stats there?
Well, we're looking at here, still waiting for all the stats to come through, but we know that one power play, one opportunity for Augsburg to go on the power play in that period. They did not convert. They got 2 shots, however, on the power play. And we're still waiting. We're waiting for this printer to kind of do its thing. And we're going to wait very patiently. But I think that obviously the big number, the 1-0 lead right now for Augsburg as they head into the first intermission here in Blaine.
We talked a little bit on our Auggie pregame show about the turnover here on the program. We have 3 new coaches on staff. We get 9 new faces in uniform for the Auggies. And with that, I get a chance to visit with Mario Malali. Mario was a star for the Auggies about 7 years ago, and went on to play internationally for about from 2011 to 17. And chance to visit with Mario and get reacquainted. Here's the interview. And Auggie Game Night continues here from the Super Rink at the annual MIAC Hockey Showcase. Auggie is opening up against Gustavus. Visiting here between periods, actually reintroducing this young man to the Auggie hockey family, the world traveler, Mario Malali. And how long ago did you leave our campus?
So I graduated in 2011. So it's been a long time. Too long, I think. I don't know. I'm starting to feel my age now, but no, it's great. It's been awesome. It's special to be an alum, to give back to the place that, gave me so much. So it really is fun, and it doesn't feel like work ever. It's everything's familiar, whether that's the surroundings, the people, working with Chris now, but even familiar faces like yourself, and it's awesome. It's been a fun few months, and now we get to play some hockey, so I'm excited.
All right, Mario again on staff taking Critter's spot. We mentioned world traveler. That's 6-7 years. What parts of the globe did you visit?
I was everywhere. So I played hockey in 6 different countries. All were in Europe, and then in the summer, New Zealand and Australia has a summer league, and that's where I ended up finishing before I quit. And I think in total I got to see about 32 countries total. So it was a great life experience. It was fun. My now wife, we got to travel a lot and see some cool stuff, but it was a cool experience. But this place I always felt like home. So it's funny where the wind will take you. But
what was the caliber of hockey over there?
It was good. It was a lot different. The typical European player is more skilled, not as physical, and you see it at every level. Even you watch the NHL, and just kind of that's just kind of how they're bred over there, and that's kind of how they're raised. And 2 different schools of thought: more North American styles, more physical, more gritty and toughness. There's no fighting really over there, so some differences, but at the end of the day, hockey's hockey, and there's a lot of universal stuff. And whether there's a language barrier or not, there's some things that just never translate. But that's the beauty of it. That was the fun part. So.
Right. Well, a lot of changes in your life. You come back home, you get married, you get on staff here at Augsburg. Everything's settling in.
Yeah, it's been crazy. We got married in August, and went on a honeymoon, and then came back, took on a new role, full-time assistant, and so a lot of changes, but changes for the better. And we're both happy, and we both really like our lives right now, and we like the fact that it's a job that I love, and it doesn't even really feel like work most days, but Augsburg's special, and I that's the first thing that I told the players when I kind of met everyone and introduced myself, is that I hope they realize how special it is, because it's a unique spot.
Well, you spent a little bit of time on the staff last year, this year, and now that you're full-time, a lot of new faces to get used to, and how's the transition going, and you getting to know them, they getting to know you?
For sure. And in college hockey, you're always going to have turnover. We lost some awesome players, some good guys last year, some really talented young men, and we gained a lot too. So it's always the ebbs and flows of the next wave of guys coming in, but you just have to kind of get acquainted with each other as quick as you can, and try to find a way to gel, because in Division 3 in the MHockey, we don't have much time. We have 2 weeks, and now here we are. So I think the guys get along well, but anytime you have new faces, you're always going to go through some growing pains, but they seem to get along well. So we'll see how tonight goes.
Well, you mentioned 2 weeks. That included a scrimmage with River Falls, Steve's very young club. And what did you take out of that?
Well, as a coach, we were just trying to, watch some of the players, kind of some habits, and obviously we want to win. You always want to win. That's why you play sports. But we weren't too concerned with the outcome and the score. But it's you can just tell it was not very structured, not a lot of systems. But we only had 4 or 5 practices each, so. It was good. It was good to, knock the dust off, and it's a long off season in college hockey, so it's I thought it was good for us and good for the guys, and especially the new players, whether they're Division I transfers or freshmen, good for them to see kind of the level of what Division 3 and what the MHockey's all about. So
we'll see the Falcons again on Saturday night, the 4th, over at River Falls, as we take on RF in a 7 o'clock game. This first game here tonight against Gustavus, what would you like to see out of the squad?
So I think with players now, they need to have fun. It is a game at the end of the day, and they need to have fun. And with these guys, in order for that, they need to score goals. And who doesn't like scoring goals? Obviously, that's a lot of fun, but. We need to have fun. We need to relax, and enjoy the ebbs and flows, and keep an even keel. And the thing we were preaching was not to get frustrated. So that's kind of what we were trying to preach to the guys. And we'll see, because it's tough. It is frustrating. You only practice for 2 weeks, and you want to be in mid-season form, but you're just not there. So we'll do what we can tonight and try to stay positive and keep the good momentum going for the last 2 years. So,
final question: how's Marty doing? Where's he? Is he coaching anywhere?
Yeah. So Marty, my brother, he has his own franchise for State Farm. That's kind of his main job, but he's a rink rat. He loves the game, and he helps out St. Olaf actually. So he's here tonight. He's a volunteer assistant, and he also does some stuff with the Des Moines Buccaneers in the USHL. So he loves hockey, and he that's all he wants to talk about, I swear. And there's some nights where I come home and that's the last thing on my mind, and that's the only thing he wants to talk about. So I have to politely tell him to change the subject. But he's doing well. They've got a 1.5-year-old baby girl. She was my flower girl. So it's crazy time in life. It's everything's changing, and it's for the better. So it's fun.
All right, on behalf of the Augie hockey family, welcome back, Mario, and hope your stay is a long and successful one.
Awesome. Thanks, Tom. Go Auggies.
And that is Mario Malelli, our special guest here between the first and second period. And 1-0 in favor of the Auggies. We got a couple other scores there, Brian.
Yeah, we do. So we're watching some of these other scores here in this MHockey showcase. St. John's beating Bethel this evening. They were the early game. They're winning. They won the game 3-1, the final there. And then this one, 7:49 to go in the second period. Hamlin up 2-1 over St. Olaf.
All right, games coming up tomorrow here in the MIC Showcase. Augsburg has the day off. But tomorrow, St. Thomas and St. Olaf. And that is a 6:30 start time. Gustavus and Concordia at 7. St. Mary's and St. John's at 7:30. Augsburg back in action at 2:30 on Sunday afternoon. We'll have that game for you. Followed by Bethel and St. Mary's at 3. Hamlin and St. Thomas at 3:30. Our second guest, we have some time and had a chance to visit with the captain. And Augie game that continues here from the Super Rink, the MIC Hockey Showcase, Game 1. Augie's taking on Gustavus, and chance to visit with one of the old-timers on this squad as he's playing out his senior year, but he is the captain of this year's team. And Nate Flynn, how did you prepare for your senior year?
Obviously, it's probably most guys' last time to play competitive hockey going into your senior year, so I just made sure to have the mindset to not take anything for granted and just really soak it all in and enjoy it as much as I could.
Did you put that tough loss in West De Pere behind you pretty quick, or did it linger?
Yeah, obviously that's tough. You get to that point in the season, and a tough one like that, it'll stick with you for a little bit, but new year, I got to let it go and move on to this year.
What did you do over the summer?
I had an internship, accounting internship at United Health Group over in Eden Prairie, so I was in the office for a while, for the first time in my life, actually. So it was a little different than hockey camps, but it was good.
Finding out what real life is all about. Okay, let's talk a little bit about this team. A lot of new faces, and I know it's only been 2 weeks, but how's the chemistry and camaraderie coming along?
Yeah, obviously we have 10 new guys, and you just got to work them in, get them used to how we do things here and whatnot. And I think it's going well. I mean, everyone seems to be comfortable and they like it here, so I think it's going well.
And again, only 2 weeks, but everybody pretty comfortable. Are the systems all in? This is a work in progress?
Yeah, like I said, it is a work in progress. Everything's kind of starting to get in place, but it'll get going here this weekend and then just carry forward from there.
All right, Nate, final question. You are wearing the Big C, and how do you look upon that role on this team as a captain?
I think for me, the biggest thing is just leadership by example. Obviously, there's going to be times where you need to vocalize some things, but I think just leading by example and showing guys what we expect around here is what we need.
All right, Nate, this will not be our last visit, hopefully, for this season, but good luck, bud.
Thank you.
Nate Flynn. And again, that is Nate Flynn, the captain, the senior, out of Hastings, Minnesota, playing for my buddy Russ Welch down there in the Suburban East Conference, the captain of the Auggies this season. And our guest here between the first and second period, thank you, Mario. We'll visit with Michelle McAteer between the second and third. Right now, second period, St. Scholastica 3 and Augsburg 2. You can listen and watch more than 130 live Augsburg sporting events online by going to our website at athletics.augsburg.edu. We have live webcasts in 11 different sports during the school year. Our Game Central portal features live webcasts along with live statistics of home events. You'll also be able to watch and listen to our events on demand. Go online to athletics.augsburg.edu and click on the live stats and webcast link, or click the Augie Live link on game days. And we got some information from Stretch Internet, our internet provider. And if you're watching either the men's or women's games, it's seeing a lot of buffering and fluttering. And it has nothing to do with the equipment, either at Augsburg or here. Now, Richie spent a couple $1 million on all this equipment. So it's working perfectly. No, there is some internet situation, so we apologize if the broadcast is a little bit disjointed. But it is not at our end, believe it or not.
Just had to clear that up.
Now, last week, of course, we had some internet problems with the broadcast from Concordia Moorhead, the football game. By the way, tomorrow football, Hamlin and Augsburg, Charlie Beatty and Josh Powers, the call of that game, 12:40 the broadcast time, 1 o'clock kickoff. The Auggie volleyball team in desperate need of a win. They need a win tomorrow to make the playoffs. That's how close it is. They'll play Bethel at 2 o'clock. And the link to that broadcast you can find at tjsportsonline.net. Then at 4 o'clock they'll take on UW River Falls. The MIAC Cross Country Championships will take place tomorrow. Better them than me. Running in that cold weather down at St. Olaf in Northfield. Can you imagine running in, if it would have been like it was this morning?
I suppose it's really cold at the starting line, and then you just hope that they warm up as that race goes along, and they're able to push through. But yeah, it's pretty brave of them to be out there, and brave to be running cross country. Period. Those runners are quite impressive.
Brian Pyatt is our special color commentator tonight. Quickly, what's your hockey background?
So I grew up playing hockey. Hockey was a big part of my childhood. Played youth hockey up until high school, and then I switched over and played some football in high school. But also did some broadcasts at St. Cloud State when I was there. So happy to be back here doing some games with you.
He's a graduate of Fargo South at St. Cloud State University. Good broadcast school. As we're underway, Nick Schmidt to our left and Chris Hampton to our right. Auggies win the face-off, control the offensive zone momentarily. And now Gustavus plays to the line. They break out. They go left wing near side. Pass a little bit too far for Tyler Rock. No icing evidently. Auggies and Eli May up the left wing for Drew Anderson. And Andy get double teamed. Aaron pass picked off by Max Brum. And he'll backhand it out to center ice. Deach into the offensive zone. Leak stops at the point. Plays a rink wide for Anderson. Drew off of that far corner for Nate Flynn. Back behind the net. Get double teamed and lost possession. Here comes the Gusties right to left on the breakout up the left wing boards into the offensive zone as Van Sullivan plays it through the slot. Taken away by Nate Flynn. 3-on-2. Numbers Flynn into the zone. Down the right wing drop pass. Perham shot. Save. Slams in. And the rebound up in that far corner. And then we've got 2-3 bodies in the Gustavus net, including the goaltender. And 2 of the Gusties crashed into their own goaltender.
Yeah, and a couple of offensive opportunities really here for both squads here to begin the second period. It was Boucher coming down for Gustavus, had an opportunity there in front of the goaltender for Augsburg, Schmidt, and then coming right back there offensively, Augsburg with an opportunity, but now the whistle to the right of the goaltender.
Face of Andy Faust, Evan Hesse, earring breakout there for the Auggies. Inside the Gustavus zone, Gusties win the draw out to center ice. Dumped into the offensive zone. Critch will get to it first. Taken hard to the boards on the forecheck by Caleb Anderson. Gustavus, correction, Auggies to drive into center. Given right back in. Gustavus tags up onside. Puck in the near corner inside the Augsburg zone. 4-man tie. Loose in the near corner. Critch off the end of his stick. Picked up by Andy Faust on his off wing. Faust to center. He's looking for Evan Hesse. Spun around on the hip check. 2-on-2. Back the other way. Into the zone down the offensive boards. And a shot by J.P. Eakin. And it is blocked. Andy Faust against the near right wing boards for Evan Hesse. Hesse into center ice. The senior out of Monticello. Into the offensive zone. Hesse against the near side wall. Dot high. Play down low off into the corner. Aaron Brink gets double team as Gustavus takes it away. And back they come trying to clear the zone. 1-0 Augsburg early minutes of this second period. Inside the Auggie zone. Centered pass and tipped on goal. Nick Schmidt will make the save. As was tipped out on goal by Van Sullivan. Out to center ice. Evan Hesse at the end of a long shift. He'll dump it in. Auggies go for a line change. Alex Helene back behind his own end. Helene, the freshman or sophomore out of Sweden. Up the left wing boards and out to center ice. Turned back by the Auggies into the zone. Down the wing. Shot. Rodriguez saved. Lamb's dead. Alex Rodriguez almost had his second. Out of the corner. Walked out front on the goal. And Madre puts it just wide. Puck in the inner corner inside the Gustavus zone. Auggies and that line is buzzing. Madre, Rodriguez, and Jake Larson out front. Loose puck and taken away by the Gusties. Cleared but not out. Coming back for trying to clear the zone is Caleb Anderson. He does to center ice. Back into the zone. Here comes Rodriguez. And on a shot. And that is a pad save there by Amstead. And the deep rebound comes out to neutral ice. Augsburg to get outside. Petey will send it in. Will Peterson. Oh, he caught Rodriguez. Or either he or Madre about is drawn offside at the Gustavus blue line. 16:56 to go, second period. 1-0.
Shots right now 11-7 in favor of Augsburg, so they are out shooting Gustavus. And like you mentioned, that line really looking solid. Rodriguez with the lone goal so far for Augsburg, and with a couple of quality opportunities there on that shift.
Max Burham brings it into the zone, but he caught Lucas Gillette offside at the line. Last year in the MIAC, St. Thomas won it, but the Auggies turned the tide, winning the MIAC playoffs and onto the NCAA tournament. Augsburg finished at 17-5-6. Gustavus last year, they won 3 of their last 4, but finished just 5-15-5 on the year. Perham at his own blue line. Ahead for Anderson. He'll drive it into the offensive zone. And the correction that was driven in by Gunnar Goodmanson. Puck in the far corner. Tied up is Austin Martinson. He gets double teamed. 5-man scrum in that far corner inside the Gustavus zone. Played the line. Held in by the Auggies. And there's Martinson again. Austin plays to the line. Eli May to hold the zone. Martinson plays it down low in the corner. Looking for a return pass. Gillette tip and tap. Oh, what a glove save by Amsden. Nice, pretty centering pass into the corner. A one-timer by Gillette. Amsden showed the quick glove, and he snapped it out of the air.
Yeah, that was a bang-bang play there right in front of the goaltender, Amsden. Nice save. Kind of maybe a confidence builder here for him early on in the second period. But Gillette, he took that pass right away. One-timer immediately to the net, and 12th shot on goal for Augsburg here tonight.
Off the face-out to the point, Eli May with a shot wide of the goal. To the near point, Perham to hold the offensive end. Plays it down low off into the corner. As it is Art Martinson. Gillette spun around on a check at the dot. Near side boards. Gustavus zone. And back behind the net, there's Martinson with a centering pass to the point. Eli May plays it down the wall in the corner for Martinson. Austin, the drop pass. Looking for Goodmanson. Gunner. Side of the goal in the center pass, take it away. Out of the corner, turning and firing at Gillette. Deflected puck, cleared off the glass, and out to center ice. Back for the puck is Eli May. He and Big Max are the defensive pair. There's Max. Perham takes a hip check, but helping it out is Goodmanson. Gunnar Goodmanson out of Buffalo, Minnesota, the Mike City. And on the move, Martinson into the zone. Austin fires, glove save. Amsden holds on and gets a whistle and a stoppage of play. Again, the annual MIAC showcase, and we're just about full here at the arena.
Yeah, it filled up in a hurry. To start the game, didn't feel like there were a ton of fans here, and then all of a sudden, here they are in full force watching the boys play some hockey.
Again, one-game final. Here it's 1-0 Augsburg, and face-off inside the Gustavus zone. Back behind that, up along the boards for Haskins. Haskins to the line, and it's out to center, semi-breakaway. And coming back on the back check. Great job by O'Connor to break up a possible breakaway by Caleb Anderson. Puck loose in the near corner inside the Auggie zone. And finally played up along the near side board. Still in the Augsburg end. There's Anderson. Caleb Anderson. They got spun around. And in the corner, Luke Deach is taken down. And finally picked up by O'Connor. Back behind the cage. Goes left wing far side out to center ice. Into the offensive zone down the left wing. Deach tries to put it out front. And a backhand attempt. Nate Flint in the slot. Nate to his backhand off the end of his stick. And back out to neutral ice. Augie's touch up onside. Not yet. Now Nate is back onside. No, Anderson on the weak side. Drew all the way 40 feet away from the play, and he was offside at the Gustavus blue line. Clock shows 14:32 to go in a 1-0 second period.
Got to mention a nice shift there by John O'Connor out of Moorhead, Minnesota, the sophomore. It looked like that was going to be almost a breakaway situation for Gustavus, but defensively getting in there, breaking it up, and stopped that rush dead in its tracks.
Off the face-off. Puck all the way back down the ice as Gustavus has to go back to regroup. They played up along the near side boards and played out to neutral ice. Back into the offensive zone, carried in by Reed Brown. Stick save by Nick Schmidt. Puck loose in the near corner. We have a 3-4-man tie-up. And getting away with a back check was Will Peterson. Auggies with the puck, and on the carry is Matt Nails, a freshman defenseman into the zone. Cranks and fires, and a glove save by Amsden. He will hold on and get a whistle and a stoppage of play. The Corner Bar is proud sponsor of Augsburg Athletics, located in the historic Seven Corners area. Corner Bar, the perfect place for great food, outstanding pizza, and the almost world-famous Joey Wings. And there's tons of screens, so you won't miss a second of the action. Visit the Corner.bar for more information on the Corner Bar. Off the face-up break. point. Pearl walks down low. Drop pass, Brink from the near point. Around his man on the back end. Puts it into the slot, and all tied up is Andy Faust. He puts it in on goal, turned away by Gustavus. And back they come on a 3-on-3. Shot, pat save by Nick Schmidt. Didn't control the rebound. And it's loose back behind the Augie net. Left wing boards, and Eric Brink is knocked down from behind. From the point, taken away by the Auggies. Evan Hesse steps around a man. Into the zone, down the left wing. Evan into the slot, to the point for Perham. Back up top, rink wide. Eli May shot just wide. Evan Hesse off to the rebound. And it's loose and up to center ice. 2-on-2 coming back. Here come the Gusties. Shot Nick Smith with a save. A wrister of J.P. Eakin trying to go for the 5-hole. And Schmidt squeezed those pads together just in time to keep that out of the net.
Yeah, Russell Barron there was sitting kind of on the far side there. Could have tried to pass it over to him, opted to just go ahead and take the shot and just swallowing that up. Nick Schmidt doing a nice job as he picks up his 10th save of the hockey game so far.
Madri, Rodriguez, and Larson out there for the Auggies. Gustavus wins the draw momentarily, taken away by Rodriguez. Alex muscles through a double team. Taking on the play with the puck inside the Gustavus zone and out to center ice. August touch up onside. Into the zone is Larson. Jake Larson at the half wall from skate to stick. Down low in the corner for Madri. And back to the point. Held in by Eli May. And taken away on the rush coming back. The other way is Gustavus. And overskating it was Alex Helene. Augsburg has to go back to regroup. Oh, icing Coleman against Gustavus. Face off in the Gusties zone.
I think important to mention here too. These games do not count as conference games for these squads, but both coaches really telling me here this week that they matter. This is really about getting some wins here this weekend. They really come into play, obviously down the line for at-large bids and things like that at the end of the season. So
there's so few bids going to the NCAA tournament, so that those non-conference games do count.
Oh, these are a big deal, yeah.
As play underway inside the Gustavus zone, up along that far wing for Colin Heron. Heron out to center ice. Tyler Rockel centered in. One to the Augie goal. First man in is Van Sullivan. Sullivan's pass broken up by O'Connor. Played up along the left wing boards. And flipped up the wall by Jake Larson. The line it's held in by Tyler Rock. Taken away by the Augies and out to center ice. Gustavus regrouping back in their own zone. They play it to an open wing. Picked off by Rodriguez. Alex into the zone down the right wing. Centering pass. Nobody home. Actually, the pass was deflected not to neutral. O'Connor for Critch. Into the zone. Rodriguez tries to tip around his man. Tied up against the near side boards from point. Shot O'Connor. Glove save. Or at least knocked down by Amsden. And it's loose in neutral ice. Gustavus descended into an open near side corner. O'Connor, first man to it. OC gets away from the first forechecker. Played out to center ice. And again, the Gusties have to regroup. And Jake Boucher on the wing far side deflected off the stick of Jake McCann. Or correction, that was Caleb Anderson inside the Gustavus bench across the way.
In this game right now, kind of shaping up, I would say, characteristically of Gustavus. We talked about it early on in the broadcast. Really good defensive team that doesn't it usually isn't giving up a high amount of goals, but they just have struggled putting the puck in the net, and still so far looking for their first goal of the season.
Goodmanson, Gillette, and Martinson out there. Haskins, Schmidt, and Anderson out there for Gustavus. Gustavus with the puck, their own zone. Played out to neutral ice. Gillette over skates. Picked up. Here comes Matt Nails. We'll flip it in wide of the goal. And off that back wall, off into that far corner. And in on the forecheck is Goodmanson. He gets tied up. And out of the scrum, the puck comes loose right out front. And taken away by Gustavus. And intercepted Gillette. Nice pick. Gillette over skates. And comes out to center ice. At his own blue line is Will Peterson off the end of his stick. Into the zone is Gustavus. Nice back check there by Matt Nels. Gillette back the other way. Coming with Goodmanson. Gillette with a shot. Wide off that back wall. Deep rebound to the far side boards of the half wall. And picked up and cleared to center ice. Here comes Logan Haskins. Haskins drives it into that far corner. Max Perham gets to it first. Backs along the near side boards. And picked up by Gillette. Poke checked away. Cleared by Peterson. And out to center ice. Gustavus will drive it right back inside the Auggie zone. That should be icing. It is. Eye from the call against Gustavus. Clock shows 10:32 to go. We're about halfway gone here in the second period, and it's 1-0.
Thrivent Financial is a financial services organization that helps Christians be wise with money and live generously. For more than a century, they've helped nearly 2.4 million member owners make wise money choices that reflect their values, and we provide opportunities for them to be even more generous where they live, work, and worship.
Max Burrow with a shot through traffic, and somehow Chris Hampson made the save. Back the other way. Jake McCann back behind the Auggie net. McCann against that back wall. Poke checked away from him. Off in that far corner. Max Burrow lays it up the left wing. And coming to center ice. Critch. Rink wide for deep. Drop pass. May. Shot wide. Rebound against the back wall inside the Gustavus zone. At the half wall. Comes free to neutralize. Into the zone. McCann. He was at least 5 feet offside at the Gustavus blue line. Mentioned the scores earlier. St. John's defeating Bethel, I believe, was 3-1. And Hamlin was up on St. Olaf 2-1. And that was late second period. We'll get an update on that game. This is the third game of the day. 3 more tomorrow, 3 on Sunday.
This is a good place to be if you like hockey this weekend. A lot of good hockey going to be playing here over the next few days.
Off the face-off. Shot for the blue line. Glove side Amson. He drops it for his defense. Played out to center ice. They go left wing. Pass on the wing for Nick Sheik. Sheik tries to go rink wide. And it was deflected up and on the plate. I think it did. Went into the netting and dropped back on the ice. Of course, the Super Rink. 8 rinks here at this spacious facility. And I believe it is rink 6 that Bethel University uses as their home rink during the season. Irondale and the Mounds View Mustang girls use this particular rink as their home ice during the high school season, which, by the way, girls get underway November 16th, I think it is. And the boys start about a week or 2 later. And off the draw, bouncing puck to the point. It's held in at the point by Jake Boucher. Back in the near corner Auggie zone. Andy Pounce to get to it first. And the puck is taken away right out front. And a one-timer whistle just wide. An open shot for Colin Heron. And it's sailed up over the net as the Auggies coughed it up in their own end. Eric Brink for the Auggies. Back into his own zone. Coughs up the puck. Back behind the net. Finally, O'Connor trying to restore order. OC on the walkout under his own zone. Here comes O'Connor, the big sophomore defenseman, into the zone, down the wing, on his backhand. Ridden onto the plate, in the corner, up along the wall, to the line, not out. It's held in by Brink. Shot, tip by Gillette, was just wide. Back in the near corner, inside the Gustavus zone, and played away to center ice. O'Connor paired with Jason Critch. OC with the puck. Headman pass up ice. On the back check, broken up by Gustavus. And up the left wing boards, looking for Colin Schmidt. And Schmidt will send it into the Augsburg zone. And Nick Schmidt will play it off into that far corner. Gustavus trying to control the offensive zone. They score! Right out front, caught the inside pipe and deflected into the net. And the Auggies cough it up in their own zone. Kind of lackadaisical the last few minutes. And this time, Gustavus makes them pay. Time to go 11:25 of this second period. And we've got a 1-1 hockey game.
Yeah, that's a big goal for Gustavus right there. It looked like Nick Schmidt maybe not totally seeing the puck there. It looked like that kind of surprised him. I believe that went 5-hole. But like you said, a couple of turnovers there. They were able to avoid disaster on the first one, but that one not so, evening up the score.
And playing away inside the Augsburg zone, back behind that. Here comes Mr.
For
Schmidt.
the second period. Number 10, Colton Schmidt. With assist from number 15, Logan Haskins. And number 7, Jared Bromberg. Time of the Gusties goal, 11:25.
All right, there's the scoring on the goal. And getting the goal was Colin Schmidt with an assist from Logan Haskins. As we're 1-1 now here in the second period. As again, Augsburg contained in their own zone. And finally flipped up the wall as Mondra gets it down to center ice. And loose puck, Gustavus regroups back in their own zone. Augsburg has had the momentum taken away by Gustavus here, middle portion of the second period. Gustavus right to left with 7.5 to go, second period. Driven in, stick save. And Schmidt will redirect it up into the netting back behind the net.
Well, and you can see what a goal there does just kind of energy-wise for Gustavus. Another chance there kind of right on the doorstep after that that goal. So Gustavus, a little life here. We'll see what they can do with it, and I think see what they can do with it. And then for Augsburg, for them, it's just kind of riding the wave here and getting back to what they do best and get back to some of that offensive rhythm that they saw in the first period.
Goodmanson and the Auggies win the draw. Eli May gets double teamed at the half wall, far side boards. And done free by Gustavus. Doing the work of Jake McCann. McCann plays it back to the point. Intercepted. Martinson out to center ice looking for Lucas. Gillette was open. And the pass was broken up inside the Auggie zone. Down the right wing. Broken up by Max Prim. Comes to the line. Shot wide. On a shot taken by Alex Verlaine. Back behind the net. Played by Anderson. Caleb Anderson to the line. Poke free and out to center ice. Martinson coming back. Austin into the zone down the left wing. He and Lucas Gillette on a 2-on-3. No advantage there. Puck in the far corner of the Gustavus zone. And the breakout pass by Gustavus out to center ice. For him to get the troops outside for Eli May. May overskates the puck. Has to reach back. And by that time, things are disjointed into the zone. Here comes Gillette down the slot. Lucas Gillette, top of the pier, near face-off circle. Fires. A wrister up over the net. Eli May for the point, a one-timer. And that's one of the Gustavus net. Puck in the near corner at the half wall. Near side boards, Gustavus in. As, again, the Auggies holding the offensive zone. Goodmanson doing a good job. There's Gunner at the half wall for Perm. Max gets double team, taken hard into the boards. Against the near side boards. It comes loose to neutralize in the Auggies. And O'Connor regroup. OC will drive it into the offensive zone. As Amzan can't get to it up along the near wall. Inside the Gustavus zone. Again, we're 1-1. And under 6 minutes to go here in the second period. As O'Connor back behind his zone. Gustavus is changing. Play out to center ice. Into the zone is Deach. Deach for Anderson. Drew turns, fires. Oh, it's just wide. Anderson with a wrister, and he missed. Puck to the near side boards and out to center ice. Inside the Augsburg zone. Critch taken hard to the wall by Colin Herndon. Four-man tap back behind the Auggie net. Critch is there. Deach is there. And there's Drew Anderson. Anderson ahead for Deach. Coming with Nate Flint, 2-on-2. Deach into the zone for Nate Flint. Fires, and he put it wide. And that climbs the glass up and out of play. As we have also 5:22 to go here in the second period. Third period at Ed Saugus Theatric. St. Scholastic at 3. Augsburg 2. By the way, the Auggie ladies will be hosting Marion College out of Fond du Lac, if I remember right. Marion College. That'll be 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon at Ed Saugus Theatric. Face off to the left. Chris Hamsden, the goaltender, the senior junior out of St. Peter. And the puck out at center ice into the offensive zone. 3-on-3. Drop pass down the slot. Broken up by Matt Nels and sent down the ice. And that'll be an icing call. Matt Nels, one of our freshmen, and the only defenseman coming in that new class. Freshman, 6 feet, 200 pounds from Boulder, Colorado. Otherwise, we've got 5 seniors on that D line. Ronnie and staff got a lot of recruiting to do. We got 10 seniors in place for next year. Off the shot, off the face-off, a blast from the point, taken by Jared Bromberg and side pedaled by Nick Schmidt. Steered it up into the rafters and up and out of play.
Yeah, that is kind of one of the. Obviously, it's a positive to have that number of upperclassmen on your team, but that does kind of make you think ahead how they're going to replace those guys. But I think, hey, keep living in the moment, enjoy this season, and they'll have a good game plan going forward.
Hesse on the rush to center ice into the zone for Brink. Back to Evan Hesse. Up for a shot. Oh, and a tip just won by Andy Faust. And then the net comes loose behind Chris Hamsden. The Auggies were awarded the preseason poll #1 seed based on those 10 seniors and the 3 transfers and the big freshman class. St. Thomas get runner-up poll. Runners up in the poll. Augsburg, of course, winning the CAF title 2 years ago, run-up last year, but won the playoffs, beating St. Thomas. Tom Ritchie and I were there for that exciting hockey game. Tom Ritchie at camera here tonight. Brian Pyatt is alongside UNOC Sharon Keller on Auggie Game Central. On good video streaming here tonight as Gustavus, long lead pass, a little bit too far down the near side board, looking for Logan Haskin. Who's back behind the net. Will Peterson has it taken away, flipped up over the net to the near side boards, and taken away by Andy Faust. Faust behind the cage, comes out the far side door, and it goes breakout, broken up at center ice. Back into the zone, here come the Gusties, 3-on-3, back checking, taken away, coming back is Brink. 3-on-3. Eric into the zone. Slot. Fans on it. Turns, fires, and it's wide. And the rebound against the near side boards. Eric fanned on the first one. Took the second one, and it put up over that. And out of play, we got an icing call. Or we got a roughing call to be handed out against Augsburg. We got to be penalty handed out to maybe Eli May. No, it's Andy Faust. 2-minute minor for roughing.
Faust out of Stillwater there going to go to the box, and this will be Gustavus' first opportunity on the power play. So see what they can do as they try. Obviously, they've climbed back into this one. Shots right now 16-13 in favor of Augsburg, but that shot advantage that Augsburg had is kind of narrowed a little bit. And prime opportunity here for Gustavus to get something going offensively and try to take the lead.
15. Let's see.
Number 19, Andrew Faust, 2 minutes for roughing.
Now roughing was the call against Andy. And so Gustavus on the power play. Puck inside the Auggie zone. Max Perm trying to freeze it there. As the Gusties trying to pop it loose. Max with good lower body strength, those big legs. And finally broke it up by Gustavus at the near right wing boards. They go up top to the point. It's held in. There by Mason Eder. Eder for Colin Hernan. Hernan giving go out of the corner. There's Colin, top of the circle. Goes rink wide far side, one-timer, and it's deflected up front by Tyler Rock. Against the near side boards, finally picked up by Lucas Gillette all the way down the ice. Gillette and Goodman sitting on the penalty killer there. Chris Brown changing up penalty killers. Here comes Deitch out there, and Nate Flynn, O'Connor, and Critch playing the blue line. Gustavus on the breakout, right to left again, power play. Into the offensive zone from the point, they hold it in, drop pass, high slot, firing. And that is deflected up over the net. And into the glass, up over the glass, and into the net behind the goal.
Should mention Gustavus last year, 13 power play goals for them on the season last year, 16.5% with the man advantage.
That's not bad. Deitch on the draw, and comes loose to the point. It's held in by Leneve. Will Leneve, high slot, fire, scored! Will Leneve, low along the ice, just inside the near pipe, the big 6'4" freshman out of Medina. And Gustavus has the power play goal. 2 unanswered goals here in the period. This one coming in 17:07, and the Gusties lead by a score of 2-1.
Well, you mentioned he kept that shot low, and that ended up being a really good thing for him there. Kept it low, got through the traffic in front of the net. We'd seen some deflections on a couple of the previous plays there. But, yeah, nice low shot there from Leneve. And the freshman putting it in the back of the net and gives them a 2-1 advantage.
Get the assist in just a bit. As the Auggies, this second period has not been their period. And the puck back inside the Augsburg zone. There's Critch.
For Gustavus on the power play at 17:07. Number 4, Leneve. With an assist from number 8, Anderson, and number 9, McCarn. Power play goal.
And McCann and Anderson on the assist for Will Leneve. Play Wilson down inside the Gustavus zone. 2:38 to go. And a 2-1 Gusties second period. Face off to the left of Chris Amsden.
So 2 first-year players there in and involved in that goal. Leneve with the goal, and then Caleb Anderson also a first year with the assist.
And off the face-off inside the Gustavus zone. Puck in the near corner, up front. One-timer, and it's just wide. A one-timer taken there by Madre. Chandler just missed. Puck in that far corner. Madre on the intercept. Chandler plays it back behind the net. Looking for the lead. Jake Larson. Larson out front. Shot. O'Connor, and he wrestles it high and line way outside. Critch jumps into the play to hold the offensive zone. Puck behind the Gusty net. And off in the near corner, Jared Bromberg. Bromberg up along the wall. Out front, a one-timer on goal. And Amsden makes the save for the Rodriguez. Looking for his second Auggie goal and trying to tie it up. And a nice center pass, a one-timer. And the sticks come up after the whistle. Referee step in and separate everybody.
You know, it feels like Augsburg has had a lot of opportunities in this period. They just haven't put them on net. A lot of shots that are missing the net, and I'm sure Coach Brown might talk to his guys about that, try to obviously put those things on net. You have a much better shot of them going in, obviously, but they're getting some opportunities really actually in good places there in front of the crease, but just haven't found the back of the net here in this period.
And up the face-up inside the Gustavus zone. 2 minutes to go in this one. In the second period, back behind the Gusty net. And broken up on a good forecheck there by Lucas Gillette. Out of the far corner, the Gusties go rink wide near side. Helene, Alex Helene into the zone, down the wing, a centering pass by Nick Sheik, and that is broken up. Sheik puts it down low, back behind the net, looking for his line mate, J.P. Eakin. Eakin goes up top to the point. Held in by Eakin again. And back behind the Auggie net this time it is Mills to play it off the near side. Nells to play it up along the near side board for the point. Gustavus to hold the zone. A wrister wide of the goal. And against the far side boards is Austin Martinson. Martinson into that slot and heading it out of his own zone on his off wing. Martinson on his backhand into the zone. Down the wing around his man. Out of the near corner. Tries to go up top to the point. And instead drops it down low. Plays it in line. Perm to hold it in. And he just barely does. Gillette back behind the net as he got horns counter. Gustavus on the breakout. A minute to go in the second period. 2-1. Gustavus Perm at his own zone up the right wing. Pass a little bit too far for Drew Anderson. From the red line, tipped into the Gustavus zone. Played up the left wing boards and carried into the offensive zone. Down the wing comes Colin Schmidt. Schmidt puts it into the slot. There's a backhand attempt fanned out. Play to the point and out the center ice. Deitch over skates. Colin Schmidt plays it to an open wing. That'll be offside. And now they touch up the Gusties. Breakout pass into the zone. Schmidt for Flynn. Flynn with a shot way wide of the goal. Eli May in the near corner in the Gustavus zone. Eli May plays it down low. And is right now playing the points are Trey Anderson and Max Perham. And now Eli May back to the point in the Gustavus zone. What do we have? About 10 seconds ago.
10 seconds.
Back inside the Augsburg zone, and we've got an icing call against Gustavus. With 7.4 seconds ago. Third period. Again, St. Scholastica 3, Augsburg 2. Trying to watch the screen and close in on the camera there, the scoreboard. I don't know how much time is there. Augsburg and Marion tomorrow afternoon, 4 o'clock. And off the face-off, Gustavus zone from skate to stick. Critch with a shot. His traffic rebound. Deflected on the near side board. Buzzer sounds. And that's the end of 2 periods of play. Gustavus win in the second period, 2-0.
Yeah, it's a good period there for Gustavus. You have to hand it to them. I think they came in down 1-0. They get goals from Will Leneve, the first year getting the most recent one, and then Colton Schmidt also picking up a goal. Schmidt out of Eden Prairie, Minnesota. So Gusties got to feel good about that period. I think for Augsburg now you go in, you regroup. There's some things that you can build on. Like we mentioned, they had some pretty quality scoring chances, I felt like, just not a lot of those shots ending up on net. So should be an interesting third period shaping up.
Jimmy John's the number 1 sandwich choice for Augsburg Athletics, located on the northwest corner of campus to provide fast delivery. How fast you ask, freaky fast. Go to www.jimmyjohn.com to view the menu and hours. Jimmy John's. And take a trip down memory lane at Memory Lanes and Flashback Cafe at 26th Avenue, South Minneapolis. 30 bowling lanes, live entertainment, great food, and 2 game rooms make for a great time. Visit www.memorylanesmpls.com for more information. We're between the second and third period of tonight's contest. As again, Gustavus with a pair of goals. Alex Rodriguez getting the only goal of the hockey game for the Auggies. What do we have for shots on goal, Brian?
So we look at shots on goal here. I know 9-6 was the advantage for Augsburg after the first period. Shots dead even in the second period, 8 apiece. So Augsburg still leading that category, 17 shots to 14. But hey, the big number right now obviously is that scoreboard, 2-1 right now in favor of Gustavus. Also should point out that Gustavus getting a power play goal in that period, so a good notch there for the power play unit for Gustavus.
He's Brian Pyatt from Carey 11. I'm Sam Wishon from TJ Broadcast Services, voice of the Auggies for some 21 years or so. 2-1 at the end of 2 periods of play. Again, we had a chance to visit with Michelle McAteer. This interview will also be played at halftime of the football broadcast tomorrow afternoon. But listen in and find out the fortunes of the Auggie ladies who lost an opening round of the playoffs last year in overtime. Tough loss. And Auggie game day continues here from Edor Nelson Field halftime of the game for the Hammer, the Auggies and the Hamlin Pipers. Chance to visit with yet another coach here on campus. Their season is already underway. In fact, as this is being aired, they're playing game number 2 of the season against Marion College. And a few minutes here with head coach Michelle McAteer and Mac off season. between the last game and the first game, what filled up your time?
I mean, other than crying myself to sleep over an overtime loss, no. Pretty standard off-season recruiting, working camps and clinics, preparing for a new year. So, other than that, it was a pretty typical off-season.
Downtime, fun time, what did you guys do?
Holy cow! That's a great question that I have to think about. I went and visited a friend who lives out in Vermont now, and got to go home. And weddings. One of our assistant coaches, Sonia, got married, and so there's a couple of weddings sprinkled throughout. So definitely a good balance between some downtime and preparing for this year.
All right, school year starts and your annual golf tournament under the lights.
Yeah, that was great. So we had that in early September. It was our 7th annual, and so we had a great turnout with parents and alumni and friends of the program. So it's a great event. So we appreciate everyone, including yourself, Tom, who supports that event, because it's a big part of our program.
All right, practice started here a few weeks ago, and how has camp gone?
We've had a really great start. I mean, it happened so quickly. We started Monday the 16th, and so we had a really positive week of practice. We scrimmaged Gustavus on Saturday, and that was really helpful and beneficial. And so now we're just so it was great just to get our hands and our feet and our intensity level up. And now it's focusing on getting into line combinations, developing chemistry, and so that we can get rolling against opponents this weekend.
All right, young team. My homework said 21 names on the roster. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
And only 3 of those are seniors. So again, we're young. Let's talk about the newcomers, the freshmen, and the one young lady that transferred from Adrian.
Yeah, we've been really impressed with this group. We have Callie Precker from Maple Grove, who's tall, smooth, smart D, who has really fit in really well, and she plays our style of play really well, and she's looked really strong in that first week, so we expect big things from Callie. And then on the forward end, we have Lainey Lovedell, who came from the Chicago Mission program, which is a really strong AAA program. So she knows how to compete and knows how to win, and she's been a great addition. And then McKenna Elena, whose older sister Devin played hockey and soccer here, so it's nice to have that family back in the fold. And McKenna has been really impressive with her speed and her offensive ability early on. Kayla Murray transferred from Adrian, and she has a great shot. She's got really strong offensive instincts, so when she has the puck, look out, because she's really dangerous. And then we have Katie Maximu, who is joined us from the Milwaukee Admirals. Katie had an injury in preseason, so that's kind of kept her. She's off to on the wrong foot. Literally, she injured her foot too. So it's taken her some time to get acclimated and get rolling at the level that she can play. But overall, it's been a really strong group. Great people, great addition to our program in terms of attitude and effort.
All right, let's break it down. Goaltending, Mac and Boomer are back, and just those two?
Yeah, just those two. So Leah is still at Augsburg, but she is not playing hockey. And so obviously Boomer's coming off of a phenomenal year, and where she really led our program and was a big part of our success. And so we'll be looking to her, and hopefully she can meet and maybe surpass what she did last year. And then McKenna Manali has been busting her butt for 2 years, and so she's really eager to make her mark, and she's an intense competitor, and she's improved a ton. So she's ready and willing and able to step in. So it's going to be exciting to see those two compete.
Experienced blue line crew led by our captain Terrell.
Yeah, we really think our defense are strong and they're deep, and they I think they're probably the top unit in the conference, certainly one of the top, and they've been looking really impressive, and they move the puck really well. They're great defensively. We're really encouraging them to get more aggressive offensively, and they're excited about that style of play. So, they're going to be. They kind of do it all. They can score, they can defend, they can block shots. So we're excited about what they can do.
Like you said, trying to get the line combination. You got about 12, 13 forwards to pick from, and how's that coming?
I mean, it's where it usually is at this time in the year, where it's kind of all over the place, and we're really trying to see who has chemistry and really trying to figure out people's strengths, and so I think at this point, like, we're pretty comfortable with 4 lines and having a lot of depth in that sense, and so people are going to get opportunities and just kind of seeing how it develops, what they make of them, and how they perform under pressure and under in a game situation, and so it's still evolving but that's just typical at this time of the year.
Couple new names on the coaching staff.
Yes, yeah, definitely. Our coaching staff has doubled. We went from 3 to 6. So we're really excited about this. So we have Mo Greiner and Zach Johnson, who were at St. Thomas last year, and so they've brought great energy. They've got both great experience, especially in the skill development area. Mo is kind of a local legend in the Minnesota hockey scene. She's incredibly well connected and well respected, so she's going to help us in all fronts in terms of on-ice coaching and recruiting, and then we have Erica Allen back, who will be helping Sonia with our goalie development, and she's been working with Sonia for the last 2 years, so it's great to have her back in the fold. But I mean, just to having more capable, positive voices on our staff is we're all excited about what they have to offer.
All right, first 2 games last night, as this being aired, Josh had the call of your game against St. Scholastica. But what do you want to take out of these first couple games?
Yeah, I mean, we want to compete, and obviously we want to put ourselves in a position where we can win. But we expect the games to be tough, and so it's really just about how we're able to execute our game plan and really focusing on the things that we do to measure our success. And so, I mean, last year's game against Scholastica was a great game, and they're a very strong team, so it's definitely going to be a challenge in that first game. And Marion, we haven't played in a number of years, but we expect both of them to be tough battles. And so it's really it's about us, and just see how prepared we are and how hard we compete and what we can do in those tough competitive battles. And so we're excited about what we'll learn about ourselves after this weekend.
All right, thank you, Coach, and best of luck. We'll see and talk to each other quite a bit here during the next season, but good luck to you.
Thanks, Tom.
And again, that is head coach Michelle McAteer. Oh, the wrong headset. That's Brian. You want to grab that, sir? All right.
Stealing my headset.
There we go. Steal your pawn I thought I could pawn it at the shop and get a couple bucks out of it. Again, we're back between the second and third period. Thank you, Matt. But getting an update from Ed Saugestad Rink, and I can't see the clock, but it is 3-2 Saints. August had a 2-1 lead like in the first 5 minutes of the first period. The Saints have come back, scored 2 second period goals. No scoring so far here in the third. One other score, late third period. Hamlin leading St. Olaf by a score of 3-2. Earlier, St. John's beat Bethel by a score of 3-1. Games tomorrow, the Oldies and St. Thomas at 6:30. Concordia and Gustavus at 7 o'clock. St. Mary's and St. John's at 7:30. And on Sunday, the Auggies and the Cowboys at 2:30. We'll have that game for you here on Augie Game Central. Bethel and St. Mary's at 3. Hamlin and St. Thomas at 3:30. Next week, the Auggies will be on the road. It is the crossover weekend. The MIAC against the WIAC. The Auggies will be up at Venerable Westman Arena in Superior on Friday night. Then on Saturday, they'll be at River Falls in the brand new facilities at University of Wisconsin River Falls. I toured it here the other day, just fabulous. But put in about $60 million, new basketball gym, new refurbished hockey arena, classrooms, and it is just fabulous. But we'll be there on the 4th, and we'll have that game for you also on Augie Game Central tomorrow. The Auggies and the Hamlin Pipers in the annual battle for the Hammer. The traveling trophy, 1 o'clock, Charlie Beatty, Josh Powers with the call of that. And I'll be over at the Butler Center at St. Kate's tomorrow afternoon for MIAC volleyball. And the Wildcats will take on St. Thomas. The Augie women's volleyball team, they'll be at the Robertson Center to take on Bethel University tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock in a must-win situation. That 5-setter lost to Gustavus on Wednesday night kind of set them back, and they're now in a must-win situation to make the playoffs. And I rushed it a little bit too quick before the second period, but again, Brian Pyatt is our special guest, and again, he's the moderator. What do they call that 4 o'clock show anyway on Channel 11?
You know, we call it pretty simply KARE 11 News at 4 o'clock.
Okay.
You'd think we'd come up with a more creative name than that, but we just go with KARE 11 News at 4.
Pat Evans seems to be such a great gentleman to work with.
Oh, he's the best. You know, he's one of those guys that he makes the job fun, which is always so nice to be surrounded by people that like to laugh and keep things lighthearted. And, you know, we always say we're not doing rocket science when we step in there and anchor the news. It's a job that we take seriously, but he always makes it fun, and lucky to be able to stand by him every day at 4 o'clock.
I watched quite a bit of it because I watched Jeopardy at 4:30. What I always wanted to know is all that food that you guys prepare on that show, where does that go after the show?
It's a very solid question.
You don't get it?
Well, we do.
Okay.
We do. And I would say we're probably one of the more popular shows at KARE 11 because we do have all the cooking segments, and you'd be amazed. So after the show gets done, we get a flood of our coworkers from the newsroom that dart to the studio to eat up all the food that people leave behind. Because it really is incredible. We have all these chefs from all these amazing restaurants around the Twin Cities that come in and kind of put their best foot forward for television, and they make up all these amazing things, and then they say, hey, enjoy it. So it's definitely one of the perks of the job. I'm not complaining.
I was going to say,
I should have brought you something.
does your wife ask you to bring some home with him?
No. Yeah, you'd think I would learn a thing or two from all the chefs, but I still keep it pretty basic. I'm a mac and cheese kind of guy.
There you go. Well, both teams are coming back on the ice. For updates and information on all Augsburg University sports, check out our athletic website at athletics.augsburg.edu. It's updated constantly with all the information on 21 of our Augie varsity sports. It's your online home for Augie athletics. What's happening in Augie sports, it's online at athletics.augsburg.edu. By the way, tomorrow, too, the MIC cross-country championships will be at St. Louis. Hey, disappointing finish. A final, St. Scholastica, the Saints defeating our Augies by a score of 3-2, so not a good start for Max Crew. But they'll get revenge tomorrow afternoon when they take on Marion College. It'll be Chris Hamsden to our left, Nick Schmidt to our right. As this third period is underway, with Gustavus leading by a score of 2-1. The lead goal being a power play goal. The puck back down inside the Gustavus zone. Bush has to take it away. Anderson out front. Scramble and score! Nick Flynn ties it up. That took 16 seconds. Tom Ritchie, you called it, bud.
He said there was going to be 2 goals.
Okay, well, the first minute's not over with yet.
Yeah, it's off to a good start.
Nate Flynn ties it up 16 seconds into the third period. And a 2-2. 15 goals last season for the captain.
Well, what a nice way to start the period there. Obviously, Augsburg couldn't things get going offensively in the second period, but probably had an emphasis in the locker room. Let's try to get something rolling here in the third, and they do it right away.
Flynn with an assist for number 8, Drew Anderson.
And that was a center pass from behind the net by Drew Anderson. And Nate Flynn parried it. 2-2. Shot Anderson. Shot save. Rebound deep out of the near corner. Into the slot, and it's picked up by Gustavus. On the carry. Caleb Anderson into the zone. They're offside. Anderson and Haskins crisscrossed and caught each other offside at the blue line. Nate Flynn, a captain, 15 goals last year, gets his first of the year. And we've got a 1-1 hockey game here in the third period. And off the face-up, Gustavus and Bromberg to his partner, Will Lalieve, who's got the goal, one of the goals for Gustavus inside the Augsburg zone. Near corner, breakout pass picked off, and out comes free to center ice. Headman pass into the zone, and he found somebody with him. Andy Faust drops it down low. Auggie trying to complete a line change. Eric Brink in the near corner on the forward check. Jumping into the play is Ambin Hesse. Hesse trying to pop it free. It does come free off of that far corner. Tyler Rock for Gustavus. O'Connor knocks it down with a fist and places it down low back behind the net. There's Eric Brink under the corner out front. Hesse skate the stick shot save by Ambin. Rebound up top and it's held in by Chris. Back behind the net. Eric Brink again out of the corner. Eric into the slot. Drop pass for Faust. Hesse crisscrosses with Andy. Hesse half wall far side. Spins away from the defender and comes to the line. Played down low off the stick of Andy Faust and back behind the Gustavus net. Jumping the step of the Auggies here in the first minute. Puck inside the near face-off circle. Clear the line and out to center ice. Jason Critch gets the troops onside. Circles back. Left wing into the zone. Andy Faust. Top of the circle. Drop pass one-timer. Break wide. And deflected up over the glass and into the netting. And definitely a jump in the Auggie step here in the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know if Coach Brown said something to the guys at the intermission. Something must have been said because this certainly looks like a different squad here in the third period. Much more pushing the puck, really getting some good opportunities there in front of the net, and have even put one in the back of the net here so far.
Rodriguez with a shot off the face-off wide. Madre puts it side of the goal, hits the netting, and comes into the face-off circle. Madre plays it to the far wing. Nobody there. Cleared by Gustavus down the line, and that'll be an icing called against Gustavus. Bring it back with 7:43. Don't mind my arm. My hand waving sometimes gets out of hand.
Well, you get into the game.
Yes,
That's a good
do.
sign. You're passionate about this. I think the biggest thing that I heard you say was how emotional that was last year with that loss in the national. Well, I shouldn't even bring it up. keep rubbing an old wound there, but it's good there. Yeah, you care about it.
Off the face-off inside the Gustavus zone. They puck to the line and out to center ice. Coming back is Jake McCann for the Gusties. McCann plays it down low back behind the Auggie net. And Will Peterson will get to it first. Takes a hard hit. Comes to the line. There's a shot taken by Casey Rocket wide. And out to center ice. Here comes Jake Larson into the Gusties zone. On the wing from Audrey. From skate to stick. Kendall goes up top of the point. Shot by Peterson. And it's off the glove of one of the defensemen, Alex Saline. Far corner. Gusties zone. Larson out front. Off the stick of Rodriguez. Comes to the blue line and out to center ice. And driven down the ice by Keegan Couture. Gustavus in the line change. Eli May trying to take advantage of it. May out of his own end for the Auggies. Lead pass too far for everybody and out to center ice. And coming back into the zone is J.P. Eakin. Eakin backhand pass right through the low slide and wanted to go. Rodriguez for the Auggies right to left out of his own zone for Perham. Perham sends it into the zone and he misconnected out a pass there. The puck cleared out to center ice by Gustavus, and I think they're offside. Yes, they are offside at the blue line.
This really seems like such a good sign for Augsburg, and I think the sign of what a veteran team they are, because you have a team that maybe didn't play very well in the second period. There are some things that they would like to do better, and I think mentally, if anything, they're really responding here in the third period, and see if this can carry on throughout the rest of the game.
Face him outside the Auggie blue line. And taken away and cleared by Mason Eder. Inside the Auggie zone, Nick Schmidt plays it off into the corner. Goes up top to the point for Boucher. And off the back wall and again to the near side boards inside the Auggie zone. Augsburg trying to clear the zone. They do. Coming right to left. 3-on-3 into the zone. And trying to step through is Goodmanson. Gunnar Goodmanson goes down on the hit. Behind the zone end is Boucher. Up along the left wing boards and coming to center is Nick Sheik for Gustavus. Sends it into the Augsburg zone. First man back is Perham. Perham back behind the net. And the head man pass for Goodmanson. Gunner to center ice. Goodmanson clears the red line and drives it in. Obden will leave it there for Jared Bromberg. As Gustavus trying to complete their line change. Augsburg trying to complete theirs. We played 4.5 minutes of this third period. Again, we're 2-2. Auggie is in. John O'Connor with a puck on his own blue line. Luke Deitch into the offensive zone. Takes a hip check and lost it. Nate Flynn in there. But taken away by Gustavus and out to center ice. Colin Schmidt into the zone down the left wing. Poke checked away by Jason Critch. Colin Schmidt holds on to it, plays it down low up into the corner. Into the slot, back to Schmidt. Fire save by Schmidt. Nick Schmidt this time robbing Colton Schmidt of a shot on goal or a goal. And we get a whistle with, how do we have, 15:22 to go in regulation.
Yeah, Colton Schmidt there. He already has a goal for Gustavus, and nice job releasing very quickly, but Schmidt up to the task, a nice save there, and get the face-off here to his left.
To the left of Nick Schmidt, a junior goaltender. And off the face of a shot that hit traffic on a shot taken from up top of the blue line by Casey Rock. Back to center ice. Casey Rock breaks up the rush. Backhands it into the Augsburg zone once again. And takes a funny bounce off that back wall into that far face-off circle. Off the wall and out to center. And it is Rock again. Back into his own zone. Alex Helene. Helene out to neutral ice at the Gustavus blue line. Helene in front of his own goal. Goes rink wide for Rock. Case into center ice. Clears the red line and drives it in to the offensive zone. And at the blue line, Auggie to take it away. Coming back the other way into the zone is Anderson. Chu with double team, triple team. And the puck is to the near side boards. Anderson taken hard into the wall. At the down high, face-off circle high. And it comes free to line, held in by Peterson. Will Peterson waiting, fires, glove save by Amsden. How did he see that? There was 10 bodies in front of him. But Chris Amsden looking steady in the net for Gustavus with the step.
And you can see there Will Peterson kind of holding off there on the point, trying to find a nice opportunity to feed that puck through all the traffic, and ends up going high, and a nice glove save there, like you mentioned, by Amsden.
2-2, and tossed to the face-off circle is Russell Barone from Mohina, Illinois. From the face-off, Will Peterson again. Left wing near side for Andy Faust. Drop pass for break behind the net. Eric tries to put it out front, hits the back of the net. And we've got a checking call. It'll penalty against Gustavus. As Eric Brink was taken down at a trip. And Augsburg will be on the power play for a couple of minutes. Penalty coming at the 5:46 mark of the third period. Augsburg getting the second power play opportunity on the night.
Yeah, it looks like this is going to be Mason Etter, the freshman out of Grafton, Wisconsin. Went to Cedarburg High School. And I think they're going to get him for interference. So they're probably going to go trip there.
Yep.
And what a prime opportunity here. A tie game for Augsburg on the power play. They've had one opportunity so far here tonight.
Back into his own zone is Will Peterson.
Penalty on Gustavus is number 2, Mason Etter. 2 minutes for tripping.
And it was a trip by Mason. Auggies into the offensive zone. Down the wing, back behind the net is Mondrick. Chandler gets double teamed and lost it. Cleared by the Gusties through the defense and all the way down the ice. Nick Schmidt out for a skate, leaves it there for John O'Connor. OC checking traffic, comes out that far side door. O'Connor goes left wing into the zone, around his man, down the wing. Martinson on Austin with a shot, and a stick save by Chris Hamsden against that back wall. Auggies out team him. And here's Madre at the point. Goes up top. O'Connor with a shot. Hits bodies on the backhand pass out front. And Will Peterson cannot find the opening. And it's deflected out to center ice. O'Connor back into the zone. Around one man. In on goal. OC fires. Save by Amsden. Rebound loose. Here's Rodriguez with the shot. Skate save. Rebound. Loose in the paint. And it's finally poked into the blue again. And it's finally broken up. Oh, the Auggies were storming that. Had 5 opportunities there as Amsden somehow slammed the door on all of it. And Gustavus slides it all the way down the ice.
Yeah, really, really quality chances there for Augsburg. And Amsden was flailing all over the place, trying to get himself back into position. Great job, though. Credit to him keeping that one out of the net. But a couple great opportunities there for the Auggies.
Now, Rodriguez was there, and Peterson was there, and Larson was there. Nothing happened. Van Sullivan to take the draw. Against Luke Deitch. Auggies win that face-off. He'll drive it in. How much time do we have? About 34 seconds ago in the power play. At center ice, Perm has to get the troops outside. Into the zone. Anderson down the near wing on the backhand. Goes rink wide for Deitch. Pass broken up. Anderson fans on a pass. And it comes free and up to center ice. Colin Hernan for the Gusties. Short-handed. 1-on-2. Fires it in and then circles back. Forcing the Auggies to go back down deep with 12 seconds to go.
It's a late penalty.
Yeah, yes, we have a penalty. They're going to even things up. I think we have an interference call.
It's going to be a slash.
Slashing call, yeah.
Yeah,
Slashing call against Nate Flynn. That'll even things up 4-on-4 for about
13 seconds.
13 seconds, is that? Okay.
They're challenging our vision here today with this scoreboard, but you're doing a good job.
Scoreboard through all that
Through the
netting.
netting there, yeah.
And the only scoreboard in this particular arena.
2 minutes for slashing.
So slashing is the call, 4-on-4. Gustavus will be on the power play here in about 3 seconds. Puck inside the Auggie zone. At the half wall, far side, break over skates. There's Luke Deach. He overskates. In the slot, there's a shot, and that hits bodies on a shot taken by Caleb Anderson. Gustavus now on the power play. Bouncing puck back behind the Auggie net. Out of the far corner, centering pass deflected by Eli May. Bouncing off into the near corner. There's Deach trying to find an opening. Deach can't clear the zone. Gustavus holding it in. Max Perron for Eli May. Comes out the far side door. Eli finds an opening and fires it all the way down the ice. Hampton will leave it there. And a minute 15 to go in the Gustavus power play in a 2-2 hockey game. 11.5 to go here in the third period. Colin Hernan for Gustavus into the offensive zone. Stood up on a check. Loose puck right out front. Picked up and cleared all the way back down the ice by John O'Connor. Mason Etter back behind his zonette. Penalty killers out there are Lucas Gillette and Gunnar Goodmanson. Shot on goal. Nick Schmidt with the save. So Gillette and Goodmanson, the junior and the freshman out there on penalty kill.
The penalty kill for Gustavus coming up big there. They're able to kill that one off, and now Augsburg going to have to do the same with their PK unit. As 51 seconds left here on the penalty against Flynn, and 51 seconds here with the man advantage for Gustavus to try to find the back of the net.
What a job by Lucas Gillette winning the face-off. It's fired it between the defenseman and out the center ice. Gustavus back in the offensive zone, picked up, cleared again down ice by the Auggies. Amsden in on the forecheck is Goodmanson. Left there for Mason Etter. Etter left to right out of his own zone. Long breakout pass, left wing inside the Auggie zone. Back behind the net, comes off that back wall, lively boards. Puck in the corner, Rock gets to the line, and the defense cannot hold it in.
Yeah, puck took kind of a weird bounce there right over the defenseman's stick, and back the other way we go.
Play inside the Augsburg zone. 10 seconds to go in the power play. The Auggies cleared. That'll do it. Just 5 seconds to go. And Gustavus, I don't know if they had a shot at goal in this power play. Picked up by Andy Faust in the center. And he'll dump it into a near corner. And the Auggies are going to go for a line change as Mason Etter back behind the zone. And we're 5-on-5 once again. Puck at center ice. Flipped into the offensive zone by the Auggies. Mason Etter back behind the zone. And break on the forward check. Running far side, Evan Hesse there. Cleared out to neutralize and back into his own zone is Matt Nels. Nels, the freshman defenseman for Evan Hesse. Hesse stood up in the corner inside the Auggie zone. Taking a hard hit there is Nick Sheik. And Sheik is down as he's taken hard into that back wall. And he is slow in getting to his feet. Clock stops with 9:51 to go here in the third period. They're going to send the trainers out to take a look at Nick.
Yeah, Nick, a senior out of Woodbury, Minnesota, forward, 5'11", 175 pounds. I heard the thud. I didn't actually see the hit.
Now there's Missy over there, Missy Strunker, athletic trainer. Doesn't look like Gustavus has any medical staff here. Twin City Orthopedics proud to be the official sports medicine provider for Augsburg Athletics. TCO offers orthopedic urgent care hours at 6 convenient locations across the metro, open 08 to 8, 7 days a week. Visit them at tcomn.com to find a location near you. And Nick Sheik is up and slowly skating over towards the bench. Devani's is more than just pizza and hot hoagies. At Devani's, they have the variety like calzones, salads, garlic cheese bread, breadsticks, boneless chicken wings, penny pasta, lasagna, desserts, 100 plus Coca-Cola freestyle beverage options, and more. Customize your order and make it your very own Devani's favorite. Don't forget the 10% Auggie-matic discount. Just tell them you're an Auggie. Get 10% off your order. Face up outside the Auggie blue line. And the puck driven into the offensive zone by Casey Rock. Will Peters behind his own net. Draws a double team. Feeds Matt Nels. Nels flips it out to center ice. Bouncing puck. Helene back into his own zone. Alex goes left wing far side. Gets a return pass. Goes tape to tape with Casey Rock, a defensive partner. Played an open wing, and that'll be an icing, please. Yes. Icing the call against Gustavus in the face-off. Back down inside the Gusties zone.
So you kind of feel like both teams have had some opportunities on the man advantage and some opportunities to try to take the lead in this one. And now I think we'll kind of settle in here for the final 10 minutes and full strength. Both teams looking for somebody to step up with a big goal.
And this time Gustavus wins the draw. Casey Rock in the near corner, zone. And up the wall for Caleb Anderson. Can't clear the zone. It's held in by Chandler Modry. Bouncing puck up along the dasher board near side. against the wall. Walking out front, Rodriguez takes a hip check and lost it. Swept away by Colin Schmidt for the Gusties. Goes left wing for Logan Haskins. Haskins clears the red line and sends it into the Augsburg zone. From his knees is broken up by Big Max and played away to center ice. Into the zone is Rodriguez. Alex, drop pass for Larson. Jake out front, and he pulled the trigger, and we got a whistle. And we have a slashing call. Jake Larson got a hammer on the arm by Caleb Anderson. The Auggies will go on the power play at the 11:02 mark of this third period.
Another good opportunity. I want to mention by Amsden there. Nice job with the poke check, using his stick to kind of break up any momentum coming at him there in the net. But here we go for Augsburg again. Weren't able to capitalize the last time with the man advantage, but prime opportunity now with 8:50 to go in the period.
And the number one unit out there, Deitch, Flynn, Anderson, Brink, and Purim. Play inside the Gustavus zone for the point of Drew Anderson. Drops it for Eric Brink. Back to Drew at the half wall, far side. Give and go out of the corner. Deitch behind the Gustie net. Low Deitch. Drop pass out of the corner. Nate Flynn as they cycle. Nate Flynn at the half wall. Up top. Return pass for Nate Flynn. Into the slot. Max Purim. Purim goes weak side wing. Brink. Can't get a shot up. Now he does. Fires. Glove save. Amson. Rebound. Trickles one of the goal. Picked up and cleared, but not out. Brink holds it in for the far point. Plays it down the wall for Joe Anderson. Anderson. Down low for Deitch in the corner. Plays it to an open wing. Nobody there as Nate Flynn was wide. And the puck is cleared out of the zone as the Auggies have to regroup. Minute and change remaining into the zone. Here comes Nate. Shot, forehand. It's blocked by traffic. Nate Flynn after the rebound. He's got the tie goal. 16 seconds here into the period, the third period. From the point, it's Max Purim to hold the zone. Break top of the face-off circle. Eric tries to flip it out front. Broke it up. And it comes alive. Brink does a nice job to hold the offensive zone despite getting double teamed. Flynn finally pops it free and sends it back down low. Behind the net, hammered by Bromberg up along the boards and out to center ice. 40 seconds to go in the Augie power play and a 2-2 hockey game. Oh, we cough it up in our own zone. You don't do that on the power play. Here comes Alex Rodriguez, who's got our first goal. Rodriguez to center, into the zone, on the wing. Larson, shot, pan, save, Amsden. And the rebound played by Mondre, back to the point, and a taken away by Caleb Anderson. Anderson into the Augie zone, and he fires way wide the goal. And after the puck in the corner is Colin Hernan. And out to neutral ice, and now Gustavus got to kill off the last 10 seconds of this Augie power play. Roll for 3 tonight on power plays. O'Connor with the puck in his own zone. Comes out the near side door. Goes near side left wing. In the zone is Ant Larson. Jake Larson trying to put it out front. Take it away. Colin Hernan coming back for Gustavus. Into the offensive zone. Hernan against the near side boards at the half wall. Got spun around and lost it in the near corner. Auggie zone. Played right wide far side and now to neutral ice. Rodriguez into the offensive zone. Doing his stick work, and he puts a backhand up over the net. And off that back wall, Rodriguez puts it up the slot. Oh, it hops the stick of Gunnar Goodmanson. Gunnar was all set to pull the trigger, and it pants a little bit too high. Here comes Gunnar again into the zone. 1-on-3, fires. Amsden with the save. And Chris will cover up and hold on to get a whistle. Gunnar Goodmanson, the freshman out of Buffalo. And quitting himself quite well in his first Augie game.
Oh, absolutely. And another guy in his first game as an Augie. Talking about Rodriguez with that first goal and showing some nice strength there, moving towards the net, fighting off a defender, and got a nice backhand shot. And again, chances for the Auggies, just trying to capitalize now.
Off the face-off, and a shot went wide, and the net came loose.
Shots right now 29-16 in favor of Augsburg.
And 2-2 on the scoreboard. Augsburg ties it up. 16 seconds into the third period. Nate Flynn gets his first. Goodmanson, Gillette, and Martinson out there. Peterson and Nels on the blue line. Gusties won the draw this time. As Misonetter up along the near side board, chopping in to hold the zone momentarily is Peterson. And finally taken away by Eder. Goes left wing far side. Nick Sheik into the zone. Nick seems to be okay. Shot pad saved there by Nick Schmidt. And then the net is checked off. It's Pegs. And up against that back wall. So Nick Sheik recovered nicely. He's back on, playing his regular shift.
And Gillette there going flying into I believe that was Gillette that went flying into the net and
yeah,
knocked it off its moorings all the way back to the boards there. And Luckily, he's okay. They'll get that thing reset, and we'll get going again. 5:47 to go. Both teams looking for somebody to step up. Nice early goal by Augsburg to even things up here, scoring within the first minute here of the third period.
Face-off outside the Augie blue line. Faulty face-off will do it again.
Yeah, looks like they're double-checking here something with the net, make sure that it's fully secured.
By the way, the final, was St. John's 5, Bethel 1. And Hamlin and St. Olaf, they were late third period. Last score we had was 3-2 Hamlin. Off the face-off, Auggies out to center ice, broken up by Eder. Dumps it into the zone, walked out of the zone by Peterson. Will into the zone, drop pass down the wing. Shot on goal, Amsden with a shoulder-high save, and the puck against the near side boards. At the half wall, picked up by Mason Eder. Behind that, being chased by Lucas Gillette. They go left wing. Return pass broken up by Martinson. Martinson shot wide of the goal. After the rebound is Gunnar Goodmanson. He's taken hard on the boards and lost possession. We got a whistle. And we have another penalty handed up. We got a sloshing call to be handed up. Not sure which way this one went.
What's going on, Gustavus?
Yes.
Yeah, they're opening up that door. Looks like it's going to be number 17 for Gustavus going to the box. Looks like Reed Brown.
Yep.
The sophomore out of Superior, Colorado. Played at Shattuck. And back on the power play goes Augsburg.
Opportunity number 4. We're 0 for 3. Time to light the lamp. At the half wall, there's Drew Anderson. Anderson against that 1-2-2 box. Back up top for Brink to Anderson. Anderson goes into the slot for Nate Flynn. Give and go for Deitch. Deitch back behind the net. Luke Deitch in the near corner. Goes up top for Purim. Purim into the slot. Here comes Deitch. Down low in the corner for Nate Flynn. Flynn comes out front. Goes up front. Deitch. A correction. Purim from Brink. Shot saved by Amsden. Glove save holds on. And gets the whistle. Gustavus defense doing a good job of clearing lanes. Leaving Chris Amsden good eyesight to make the save.
Deitch was battling there in front of the net, trying to block Amsden's view so they could get a clear shot on. But you're right, nice scrappy play in front of the net by Gustavus as Deitch trying to do some work there right in front of the net.
Off the face-off, Auggies in the power play. Brink from the far point. Down low for Anderson. Anderson, pass broken up. Loosen that far face-off circle. There's Nate Flynn to hold. Deitch behind that. Puts it out front. Amsden reaches around the pipe. Holds on to get a whistle. And a stoppage of play.
Augsburg continuing to rack up those shots. Now 32-17 shots in favor of Augsburg. They have led in that category throughout the contest here tonight.
Off the face-off to the right side. And a bouncing puck in the low crease, low slot. And found it cleared, but not out. August hold it in. Here's Rodriguez out of the corner. Madre, top of the near face-off circle. Chandler shot, glove save by Amsden in the end. And holds on.
And we've seen Augsburg really challenge the glove of Amsden here tonight. A lot of shots up high. I know one of the ones that went in, they kept it low and they beat him at his pads, but still continue to challenge that glove side of Amsden, and that time he comes up with the save.
Gustavus wins the face-off, and the puck is cleared out of the zone and down ice. O'Connor back out of zone, chased by Van Sullivan. O'Connor near face-off circle, his own zone. O'Connor goes left wing far side for Madre. Pass for Rodriguez a little bit too far, fired all the way down the ice by Jared Bromberg. And a half a minute, 35 seconds to go in the Augie power play. And battle up in their own zone. Jake Larson, drop pass for the defense. Augie's breaking out slowly out of their own end. Here comes Jason Critch. Critch clears the red line into the zone. Drop pass for Madre. Chandler at the half wall, near side. Chandler, top of the circle, walks in, down low out of the corner. Shot, bad angle shot, and deflected up over the net by Alex Rodriguez. And on the play, 1:43 to go in overtime. Fourth period, yeah. Looked like Hamlin won in overtime, 4-3.
Oh, good game over there.
4-3, we got a Piper win. St. John's won earlier, 5-1. How much time? We have 14 seconds to go in the Augie power play. Face off in the Gustavus zone. Gusties, though, win the face up, but there's here. Brink on the intercept. Stapled to the wall. Eric Brink, puck and skates behind the net. For Hesse goes up top front, and a one-timer was wide by Matt Nels. Nels from the line, fires, Save! And the rebound deflected up with a glass. And on the play, Matt Nails, the freshman, looking for his first collegiate goal. And we're back to 5-on-5 in a 2-2 hockey game. 3:12 before overtime.
Another big penalty kill there by Gustavus. Penalty kill units for both squads coming up big here in the third period.
Face off, and the puck at center. Hesse into the zone. Evan Hesse in the high slot. Drop pass, walking in. Peterson shot, save, rebound. Oh, Eric Brink had half a net to shoot at and missed. Oh, Eric Brink going to see that in his sleep. Brink back behind the net for Andy Faust. Eric had the game winner right there. Andy Faust in the far corner for Eric Brink. Stable to the wall and take it down. 3-point takedown. Out of the near corner, picked up on the Gusties. And the breakout pass is center for Alex Helene. Helene into the Auggie zone. On the wing for Caleb Anderson. Puts it back behind the Auggie net. Far side board to the point. Helene to hold it in once again. Down to the corner for Matt Nils. Nils for Peterson. Will Peterson slowly out of his zone. Zone 2:22 to go in a 2-2 hockey game. Deuces wild. Here's Brink with a centering pass. Looking for Andy Faust down that right wing. And it floated a little bit too high. Breakout pass for the Gusties. A little bit too far for Caleb Anderson. Anderson, though, walks into the zone on his backhand. Shot, and Nick Schmidt with a save. Caleb Schmidt, beautiful opportunity there. Eli May for the Auggies, for Eric Brink. Brink out to center ice. And he fouls into the zone. Spun around. Correction, that's Evan Hesse. Lost the puck. Carried on by J.P. Eakin in the Auggie zone. And they drop it to the line, taken away momentarily by the Auggies. There's a shot. And Nick Schmidt has to cover up on that far post. Bouncing puck to the line. It's held in. Far face-off circle inside the Auggie zone. Couple of Gusties collide. Pad save by Nick Schmidt. Right out front. And cleared the line. And out to center ice. On the back check, taken away by the Auggies. Pass tipped into the zone by Nate Flynn with a minute and a half to go. First man to the puck, Jake Boucher. And cleared by the Gusties all the way down the ice. And with 1:18 to go, we'll have a face-off inside the Gustavus. So I would think this would be a good opportunity for Coach Chris Brown to use his 1 minute timeout.
Yeah, maybe reset the guys here, moving into this final 1:18 of the third period, because it's been kind of a flurry of activities. It feels like on both ends, and
they're gonna
keep going.
No, they're gonna have the face-off outside the zone on a nice and call. That doesn't sound right. Off the face-off, center ice. O'Connor for the Auggies spins away from the first forechecker. O'Connor into the zone. Anderson was there. Luke Deitch's pass never got there. And the Gusties into the offensive zone. O'Connor, final minute here in the third period. And with the puck is Nate Flynn, the captain behind the zonette. Nate Flynn trying to clear the zone. Bouncing puck in the near corner inside the Auggies zone. And Foddy coming back right left. Here come the Auggies. Into the zone is Drew Anderson. Anderson puts it out front. Hit by Luke Deitch. Wanted the goal as Anderson was taken down. And we've got a whistle, and I'm not sure what that was.
It looked like the puck kind of went out of play over here, kind of in the near corner. And I think what might have happened on that face-off that was being sent down as an icing, it touched an Auggie player in the bench. And I'm wondering if that's why they didn't do the face-off back here in this zone.
Sounds legit. Face-off inside the Gustavus zone with 38 seconds to go. Chandler Madre to take the draw. And he wins the draw and then lost it. Cleared up along the left wing board from the line. Perm to hold it in. Down the wall, but broken up and sent away to center ice. Caleb Anderson. And Caleb Anderson has to circle back. He would have caught one of his teammates offside. And finally taken away. August have a 3-on-2. Oh, and an errant pass by Jake Larson and picked off by the Gusties and sent down ice. First man back is Will Peterson. He lost an inch. It goes down. Gets back up, trying to get the puck away. There's a centering pass, and it cleared into the zone and down ice. 5 seconds to go. Looks like we've got overtime. And with a puck cleared out to center ice, and there's the buzzer. And we played 60 minutes. We haven't decided anything. It's 2-2 going to the fourth period.
First game of the season. Might as well just play overtime, huh? Get the guys some more ice time here. What nice period though for the for Augustana or for Augsburg, excuse me. I don't know where Augustana came from. Nice period for them.
Falls.
Yeah, there you go. One of those schools. But coming in down 1 goal, and they jumped on them early in the third period. I thought really set the tempo, kind of set the game plan for the rest of the third period, and couldn't quite find the back of the net. Had a lot of opportunities, but this should set up a pretty nice looking overtime for us.
And brought to you by Wells Fargo. Deposit checks quickly and securely with your smartphone using Wells Fargo Mobile Deposit. Go to wellsfargo.com to download the app. And Jimmy Chat, the #1 sandwich choice for Augsburg Athletics, located on the northwest corner of campus and provide fast delivery. How fast you ask? Freaky fast. Go to www.jimmyjohn.com to view the menu and hours. That's Jimmy John's. And of course, in D3 hockey, we play 5 minutes sub overtime. And I don't know if they're going to use the shootout procedure here in the showcase or not. Auggies had a tough time in overtimes last year. Only had one win, one shootout win.
It'd be obviously nice for them to pick up a win here. First game, kind of rewrite the ship when it comes to that trend. You want to kind of get some of those overtime wins under your belt earlier on in the season and kind of gain some confidence here as you move throughout the schedule.
Follow Augie Athletics on social media. Go to Augsburg Auggies on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook for all of your Augie social media. Remember to use the hashtag Augie Pride to share your love of Augie Athletics. So Nick Schmidt will exchange hands. Schmidt will be down in the goal to our left, as Chris Hansen will be in the goal to our right. By the way, our 2 new goaltenders on the roster this year are Daniel Gerasimov. I've been practicing all day. The young man out of Moscow, Gerasimov. There we go.
There you go.
Daniel Gerasimov, 6'3", freshman from Moscow. Johnny Albers out of Blaine, Minnesota, freshman, 6'5". Those are our 2 backup goaltenders for Nick Schmidt. So it'll be the Auggies going left to right in the 5-minute overtime face-off, and won by Deitch. Eli May back to Deitch from skate to stick. Nate Flynn into the zone. Play down low, back behind the net. And there's Boucher off into the near corner. Hits the referee. Comes up the boards and out to center ice. Here come the Gusties. Coming back into the offensive zone is Van Sullivan. Sullivan back behind Nick Schmidt. And the net taken hard to the wall by Eli May. And the puck is free. Up along the left wing boards from the point. It's held in by Mason Netter. Puts it wide of the goal. Against the near side boards, Colin Herndon for Gustavus. And we've got a couple of bodies going down. Max Perham holding position. Perham can't clear the zone. And again, the Auggies have to go back, but the Gusties are going to get to it first. Forward change dramatic in overtime. Eli May for the Auggies. May banks it off that back wall. Eli goes left wing to center ice. And on the carry, Drew Anderson. Anderson left wing looking for Nate Flynn. Pass never got there. Luke Deitch for Nate Flynn. Flynn taken into the boards on the backside. And finally taken away by Gustavus to go left wing far side. And played out to center by Caleb Anderson. Circling back into his own zone is Jake Boucher once again. 3:48 to go in the overtime. Boucher checking traffic. Pass of forecheck by the Auggies. They go 1-2-2. Cassie, the top man in that zone.
And he's killing a lot of time here hanging out behind the net, regrouping, and here they go.
Breakout pass to center ice, tipped into the zone by Nick Shake. Glove saved by Nick Schmidt. He will hold on and get a whistle with 3:29 to go in overtime.
And we talked about this earlier that these games don't count as conference games, but these are regular season games, and this is I anticipate both of these squads really hopefully pressing the issue here in the final 3 minutes, trying to get a win. These are big wins when it comes to things being decided later on in the season.
August coming back. Eric Brink into the zone and has to go down to his knees. A headman pass for Andy Faust. Taken away and back behind the Gustavus net. Good job by Will Lenave. Now Lenave up along the left wing board looking for Nick Shink, and that rush is broken up. Centering pass for Evan Hesse. And off the end of his stick and out to center ice. O'Connor back into his zone and for the Auggies. For his partner, Jason Critch goes left wing into the zone for Brink. Eric Brink. Brink wide. Here's O'Connor walking in. Oh, he can't pull the trigger. And a shot. It is hit. It is blocked. It hit traffic in front of the net. Getting excited here. As the puck hits side, the offensive zone. Bad angle shot. Taken there by J.P. Eakin for Gustavus. Puck inside the Auggie zone at the half wall. Here comes Critch. Jason. Headman pass for center ice for Brink on his off wing. A little bit too far. Andy Faust chasing the play. He can't get to it. And again, Gustavus drops it down low. We're halfway through the overtime. Puck out at center. All the way down the ice. Inside the Gustavus zone. And here come the Gusties. Long breakout pass. A little cherry picking. Jake McCann. Drop pass slot. Broken up there by Rodriguez. And the puck comes to the pole and it's held in by Jake McCann. McCann's pass broken up by Perham. Perham for Rodriguez. Coming with Madry. Rodriguez into the zone. Alec drop pass. And there's Lucas Gillette for the Auggie. Gillette back behind the net, gets spun around on a check and lost possession. Gustavus right to left out of the roll end. They'll fire it in for the red line. Under 2 minutes to go in overtime. Schmidt will leave it there for Will Peterson. Peterson for Madre. Chandler into the offensive zone. Chandler, he plays it down low up into the corner. Picked up by the Gusties and sent down ice. Not far enough for icing. O'Connor back on correction. That's Max Perham. Minute 35 to go. Max long breakout pass. And into the Gusties zone. Here comes Rodriguez. Into the zone down the slot. Alex to the forehand. Fire, save, rebound. And Alex Rodriguez over his skates. I think a backhand would have been more appropriate, but it is Chris Hamden with a great save on Rodriguez. Puck inside the Gusties zone once again. Jake Boucher behind his own it. And it comes out the near side door. Jake off the wall on the center ice, knocked down momentarily by Eli May, and lost sight of it. Gustavus sends it into the Auggie zone. Nate Flynn to pick it up. One more rush. Flynn, breakout pass for Deach. Deach from skate to stick. Deach gets a pick into the zone. Down the wing. Anderson with a shot. Correction, Deach with the shot. Amson with the save. And the rebound flipped up the wall. Broke up there by Nate Flynn. Leneve back behind his own net. He takes a hit at the half wall. August trying to hold the zone. And the puck at the blue line into the slot, picked off by Gustavus and set away to center ice. And into the zone down the wing. And it is Critch to take his man to the play. Half a minute to go in overtime. Gusties trying to center from back behind the Auggie net. Up along the boards, and Leneve will hold it in for Gustavus. Puck in the near corner. Critch gets double teamed. Picked up by Deach. Time for one more rush. Deach for Eli May. May, Flynn into the zone. Down the right wing. Fires. Score! Nate Flynn goes far side and about a foot off the ice. Nate Flynn, the overtime winner at the 4:47 mark. Nate Flynn, his second goal in the hockey game. And the Auggies go on to win 3-2 in overtime. Nate Flynn, the captain. Again, great pass. Great three-way passing play for the Auggies.
Oh my gosh, you kind of started to get the sense that time was going to run out. Just 13 seconds left to go here in overtime. And how fitting that the guy that led the team in points last year, Nate Flynn, gets the game winner here in overtime. And what a big win. What a way to start the season for Augsburg.
With the game-winning goal, number 12, Nate Flynn. With an assist to number 8, Drew Anderson, and number 14, Eli May.
So Anderson and Eli May got the assist on that one. So the Auggies start out the season with an overtime win. Had to come from behind to do it. Nate Flynn, 12 seconds or 16 seconds in to the third period. And then 13 seconds remaining in overtime, gets the game winner.
Man, and you know, the coach had told us that he wasn't sure how his team would gel. He wasn't sure how the team would play. They've only been practicing since last Monday. There were a lot of questions coming into this first game, and I think he's got to be happy with the win. He's got to be happy with the way that his team responded to a little bit of adversity. Being down 2-1, they were able to climb back in it, tie it up early in the third, and then find a way to get it done here in overtime.
So again, the goal scoring tonight, Alex Rodriguez, the transfer from RPI, gets his first Auggie goal in the first period. And then Nate Flynn, early third period and late overtime. And for the Gusties, getting the goals were Colton Schmidt, and the power play goal scored by Will Leneve, the big freshman out of an out-of setup. Do we have final shots on goal there, Kelsey? We have their
36-19.
Okay.
Yeah, in favor of Augsburg. So they beat them pretty good in that tally in that category tonight.
Well, the first day of the MIC Showcase is in the books. St. John's winning 5-1 over Bethel. And in overtime, Hamlin defeating St. Olaf by a score of 4-3. In the third game, goes overtime. The Auggies winning at the 4:47 mark of OT by a score of 3-2. 3 more games tomorrow. 3 more games on Sunday. Auggies' next contest, they've got a day off tomorrow. And the games tomorrow, St. Thomas and St. Olaf, Concordia and Gustavus, St. Mary's and St. John's. Sunday, the Auggies and the Commerce at 2:30. And at 2:15 will be our broadcast time here in Auggie Game Central. Bethel and St. Mary's at 3, Hamlin and St. Thomas at 3:30. Our broadcast here tonight on Auggie Game Central, brought to you in part by Twin City Orthopedics, by Wells Fargo, Devani's Pizza, also brought to you by the Courtyard Marriott, Minneapolis Hotel, Wawa Incorporated, the Corner Bar, Thrivent Financial for Lutheran, Jimmy John's, and Memory Lanes and Flashback Cafe. Earlier tonight, St. Scholastica came from behind, beat the Auggies 3-2. over at August rink. The ladies will be back in action against Marion County tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock. No broadcast there. Football tomorrow, the Auggies in Hamlin, 1 o'clock. And 12:40 the broadcast time with Charlie Beatty and Josh Powers. The Auggie volleyball team in a big need for a win. They are at Bethel, the Robertson Center, 2 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. And then a non-conference match against River Falls at 4 o'clock. The MIAC Cross Country Championships also going on tomorrow. And that's the story here from the Super Rink. And Ryan, final comments there, sir?
Yeah, I think it's, I think both teams with some really good things to take away from this. Obviously for Augsburg, they get the win. That's got to feel good. You set the tone for the rest of the season. I thought Gustavus played well, though. I thought they really they came in here. They scored some goals, which I know they were concerned about heading in. Were able to overcome an early deficit. But how about that? Nate Flynn getting the big goal in overtime. And it's fun to see him kind of picking up right where he left off.
Yeah, he had a goal. What was a 4-goal game against St. John's last year at the showcase. Brian Pyatt from Care 11, and the news at 4 o'clock, the host there. Thank you, sir. I really enjoyed it, and you did a very nice job.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for having me. It's been an honor. We'll see you on Sunday.
All right, Brian Pyatt, colorman here tonight. Tom Ritchie on camera, got us on the air. Thank you, sir. Thank you, TR. And I'm Sam Worsham. Again, your final Augsburg 3 and Gustavus 2 in overtime. From the Super Rink in Blaine, good night, everybody. Hey, we'll talk again.